Hey guys, thanks for joining us again. So as you can see, we have a new setup. So yeah, right, exactly. So
Hey
we
guys, thanks for joining us again.
oops,
So as you can see, we have a new setup.
take care of that. All right. So let me get back over to the chat. There
Likes
we
hearing
go.
himself so much, he'd like to hear it again.
Right? Seriously. Hold on, wrong one. There we go. All right, so as I was saying, you can see we got a new setup, and that's why the delay in getting started. I said 15 to 30 minutes. Looks like it was right at 30 minutes. So, all right, cool. Yeah, so this is Roads and Boats. Obviously, I'm Edward. Over there is Amanda, Matt, and Banker Dave.
Red.
Red. So what we're going to do tonight is obviously we're going to teach y'all how to play it, and then we're going to play the full game. However, Amanda has not played this basically since Chris was a corporal, so she is essentially a new player. So it's really, we're going to teach it as if she didn't know how to play, which really she doesn't. It's been 3 years?
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
And also, Matt has played the game far more than I have, so he's going to mostly go into the minutia of the game, and I'm going to give the brief overview, and we'll go from there. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the chat. Also, if you notice in the link, that link to the file page, if you do not have that player aid, stop whatever you're doing.
Looks like this.
It looks just like that. In fact, here, just leave it out there. The link is in the comments. Go download it and take a look at it while we're going through the teach. You're going to want that. The game, I'm not going to say it's unplayable without it, but there's a reason there's a million different player aids of this. And this is made by Sterling Babcock or Solomar on BGG, who happens to be local to us as well. And the map that we're playing actually is the map that he designed. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, so this should be fun. Obviously, this is set up for 4 players. Out here, there are different maps. We'll go into that here in a little bit. But I guess that's about it. So, Roads and Boats, designed by the Splatter Spelling guys. So Yoris and Jeroen. They recently actually signed a contract with UPS and FedEx both to use this as a part of the application process because it is a logistics game. It's all about logistics.
It's even got the trucks.
See?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. They really didn't, but it'd be funnier if they did. But no, seriously, it is all about logistics.
It'd be hilarious if you could get like tiny UPS trucks and tiny FedEx trucks.
Right? you start with donkeys in Ancients and end up
with UPS trucks?
Right. So the gist of the game, though, is it's going to be played over an indeterminate number of rounds. So over here, we have the monument, and we're going to go through rounds. There are 4 steps through each round. The first one is production.
Or reproduction.
As it were. The second is transportation. The third is building and the fourth is the wonder. So we're going to each round go through these. We're going to add bricks to the wonder here, and if you notice, there it's set up for either a 2, 3, 4, or if you have the expansion, the etc., 5 and 6 players. So this being a 4-player game, we're going to go until that brick is covered, starting from the bottom left to right and building up as we go. So yeah, that's pretty much kind of real broad overview, and then Matt will go from there.
What was the name of this map again?
Scattered Home. Scattered Home, I think, is what the name of this map is.
That sounds right.
I think so.
Just wanted to make sure, just so we were on that page. But yeah, basically the gist of Roads and Boats is it's made up of all these little hex tiles that you can place any way you want to. So people have come up with different scenarios and different configurations for different player counts. So this is the one that you guys out there picked for us to play tonight, so we set this up.
Yeah.
So basically, we'll start from that. So what's on it? You have woods, you have pasture, you have rocks, you have mountains, And there are a couple others. There are deserts, seas. The expansion has polders and cities, but we won't get into those for this. So those are the different land types that we're working with here. And what's important about those land types is those land types are going to produce different goods depending on what you build on them or what you can build on them. And to build things out there, you have to move goods from one place to another. And the way you move goods are with your land transportation. So land transportation, I'm going to put it out here in the ocean just so you guys can see it better, are going to be your donkeys, your carts, and your trucks. So you start with donkeys. Donkeys can then be upgraded to carts and trucks. So donkeys, what donkeys can do is donkeys can carry 2 goods. So like that. That's 2 goods right there. That donkey's carrying 2 boards. Donkeys can move 1 hex to 1 hex, just like that. If there's no roads. We'll get into roads in a little bit.
Oh, real quick, let me interrupt real quick. Also, remember that this is streaming at 1080, so if you guys don't have it set to auto, make sure you change the resolution so it'll be a little bit clearer for y'all also.
Yep.
So, continue.
Yes, so donkeys have the special ability that they do not need roads. They can move from hex to hex with no roads. You'll see currently on the map there are no roads.
We have to build.
We have to draw the roads.
Right.
Which is why there's plexiglass over the map.
And donkeys are, think of them as the ancient version of the 4x4. They're the only off-roading vehicles that are in this game. Everything else that's on land requires a road.
Needs roads. Alright, so carts. Carts do need roads. So what you need to do with your donkeys is get all your stuff kind of where you need it, get some infrastructure out there, and use them to build roads so that you can later use carts and then trucks.
Which have bigger range and carrying capacity.
Bigger range and carrying capacity. So a wagon can carry 3 goods, and it can move 3. So it can go 1, 2, 3 if there are roads there. Trucks can carry 6 and move 4. So they can carry 6 goods and move 4. But like I said, both of those need roads. So that's your basic land transportation right there. Everybody starts with 3 donkeys.
As you do.
And you have 2 other donkeys that you can bring into the game. So, I'll get into how you do that here in a little bit once we get to production. Or reproduction. Alright, so this game is not just called Roads. It's also called Roads and Boats.
Because you have seas and you have rivers. And there's a, what is it? It's the old, not Matthew McConaughey, the Brad Pitt. A river runs through it,
yes,
as it were, right here.
Actually, the river ends there and ends there.
It does.
It doesn't actually run through it. It runs through most of it.
Right.
Okay, so the first boat that you get is your fun little wooden raft made out of boards.
Think it Tom Sawyer, right?
Yeah,
or Huck Finn
Sawyer.
or whatever.
In fact, the raft factory is literally a picture of that, like a dude on top of it with the pole.
Yep.
And the whole mess.
Just
there.
moseying on down the river.
Yes.
Or across the sea. That'd be terrifying, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Going across an open sea on a raft, like propelled by a pole. Just saying. Sorry. Continue.
All right. So, to build the boats, you need a raft factory, which that's what I just had out here.
Yep,
So I'll put that out there. So, raft factory, you need to build that. If you have the player aid now, this is where we're going to start kind of using it as well. The raft factory, you need a stone and a board to build a raft factory. And the raft factory needs to go on the shore. So it needs to be either on a tile that is adjacent to one of the ocean tiles,
sea tiles, right?
Or on a tile that has a river running through it.
So a couple things to note real quick. So any factories, quote unquote, that you're going to build throughout the game, whether it's a raft factory, say wood production, or any of these, bad example, or any of these type things, there is only 1 production building per hex tile allowed regardless. And also, there is definitely a difference between being on this side as opposed to this side, because again, that river is going to bisect it, and we're going to be building bridges as well as roads to be able to give access to the other side of that hex.
Right. And we get into the buildings and stuff. We'll get into a little bit more of that. I just wanted to get the raft factory out here just to know you have to build a raft factory to start building your first type of river water vehicles. And these rafts can go 3 by 3, so they can hold 3 goods and they can move 3, but they can only move on tiles that are water. Of course, you can't take a raft on land.
No fording, or is it fording or
Portage.
portage? Right,
Portage,
yeah.
So this raft can move 3. 1, 2, 3 over to there because it went through the river over to there. It could be carrying.
House.
It can be carrying up to 3 goods. So that's rafts. The other one is rowboats. So rowboats, you have to build a factory for them as well. But you need 2 things. You need the factory, but to build the factory, we then have to get into our research here. Because you have to research rowboats before you can build the factory to build the rowboats. And that's kind of what this game is going to be like, is you got to do this to do that to do that. It's going to be like a tech tree. So,
however, it's not a linear tech tree. Like, you don't have to build rafts before you build rowboats. You could just omit rafts and don't even worry about building them, and progress your research to be able to produce or build a raft factory. Sorry, a rowboat factory. So it's not a linear tech tree.
no, you can go around anything and straight to the end if you so choose.
Correct.
All right. Then the last type of seafaring vehicle is the steamship, or the steamer. So to do that, you're going to need to build a factory for that as well. That one also needs research. I should note, trucks also need research as well when you build those. So you go from donkeys to wagons.
I will leave this out here so folks can see it.
Yeah, donkeys to wagons, no research, but to get wagons to trucks, you then need research. I'll get into research in a little bit once we get there, but just so you know, it's kind of obviously harder to build the bigger ones.
The steamship than it is a raft, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, and the steamer is really powerful because it can carry 8 goods, 6 tiles.
Wow.
So you can go pretty much almost anywhere on this map. If you were there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hello, or I mean, he can come and reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can reach anything on the map, basically, at this point. So yeah, that's good to know. This is the first time we've played this map as well. So there's going to be a whole lot of learning that goes in for us as well.
That's where that goes. Okay, so now we've gone over the 6 basic things you're going to use to move goods around the board. So we will then move on to what will you be moving around the board.
Tell us, Matt.
All right, so I need all of the buildings with the circle on.
All right, so we got
one of those,
stone,
one of those, one of those, and one of these guys here. Oop, knocked over my donkeys. Okay. So these are going to be our primary producer buildings. These are going to be the buildings we're going to look at wanting to build first. If you're looking at the player aid, it's the very top left. These particular buildings have terrain that they are required to be on before they produce. So logs. Logs come from
a woodcutter.
The woods. So the woodcutters.
How weird.
Yeah. So you've got to put the woodcutter in the forest to produce logs. The good thing about these primary producers is they will produce without an input. As long as they're on the right tile and you get to the production phase, then that's going to produce a log. And
they have to be built on the right type of terrain. Right. So they're just going to produce once every round.
Yep. So
like clockwork.
That produces that. Quarry, the clay pit. This is a clay pit, has to be on shore. So just like those factories I mentioned before, it can go on any tile as long as it has a river running through it or it is adjacent to a sea. Because to make clay, you got to make mud and make clay, so you need some water for that. So let's say we put that there. That's a good spot for that.
Perfect.
That's clay. A stone quarry has to go on the stone.
How weird.
So to make stone, has to come from stone. And this is an oil rig. Actually, I know that picture doesn't really scream oil rig, but that is what it is. It goes on a C tile, and that is going to produce fuel or coal or oil or what have you.
That chit is what it's going to produce, is that chit.
Yeah.
For the thematic people, work with it however you want to call it. So it is that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little black blob. It's a little black blob of coal, or it's a little black blob of oil, depending on what you want.
Thematic use, right.
All right, so those are your primary producers, along with one more. Grab me a mine over there.
Right here. Looks a lot like that.
Wow, it just appeared right there.
Weird.
Yes. So the
Like magic.
mines go on mountains because you're gonna mine the mountain.
And there's no difference between the snow-capped mountains and the regular mountains. It's just mountain is a mountain. It's just aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, also these have different costs associated with them to build them. Those are on the player aid if you're following along. But a mine, what we're going to do with those, that is either going to produce ore or metal or gold.
Or gold.
Or gold. So how mines work is you're going to put that in the mountain. You're going to get initially with a standard mine, you're going to get 3 ore and 3 gold. Yeah, go ahead and give me 2 more gold and 2 more ore out here.
Yeah, this is the one random factor of the game. So we got.
And I'll get to how we mitigate that in a little bit with research.
All right, there you go.
All right, so we have 3 ore and 3 gold. We will flip those over for those watching at home. See if you can follow the gold. Follow the gold. Follow the gold. Where's the gold? Where's the gold? We really want the gold. We don't want any ore. We want gold. Okay, so we've mixed it up. We stack them up like so. And so this mine will produce ore and gold. Mostly you're going to want gold. Why do you want gold? Well, gold.
Matt, why do you want gold?
Gold by itself is worth points. It's worth 10 points all by itself.
Right. So, and one thing I didn't mention at the end of the game is ultimately you're going to score for 4 things. You're going to score for the monument over here, number of bricks that you built, which Matt will talk about here in a little bit. You're also going to score for gold that you have on your transports at the end of the game. Those are worth 10 points each. Then coins, if you mint coins, those are worth 40 points at the end of the game. But the big ones, because this is heavy cardboard, and as you know, we play stock games. So stock certificate shares of stock are worth 120 points apiece.
And they have otters on them, so they must be shares in Splatter.
They have to be, right?
Right.
Oh,
But-
I missed an opportunity. I should have worn my otter shirt.
Ah.
Dang it.
So anyway, so gold is worth victory points. Coins are worth 4 times the victory points, and share certificates are worth 12 times the amount of gold, or on a 1-to-1 basis. Yeah. So yeah,
when we get into our secondary producers, we'll tell you how you change. This is gold, right? This one's gold.
No, it's ore.
It's ore.
All right.
This one's gold.
So every round, it would this mine would produce one of these goods.
So it produces 1 first production, ore, second production, ore again, third. How did I do that?
That was impressive.
Yeah.
The important thing also to remember is outside of your home building and your transports, be them donkeys, trailers, whatever, anything, any transport that's in the player color is the player owned. All other production buildings and all other goods, unless they are physically on a transport, are not owned by anybody. And so, for instance, last game, Dave, not Banker Dave, but Black Lamb Dave, we were playing, and he left undefended geese. So I had a donkey raiding party that went and picked up geese and stole them from him because they were just laying around as geese do.
Geese just follow whoever.
So if when you produce, you have these resources out here, anybody that can get to them and take them and put them on a transport. Once they're on a transport, they're yours or that respective player's. But that is really, really important to remember.
One thing on this map, all the mountains are accessible by sea.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's this one's going to be you're going to produce out here, and as soon as somebody produces a gold, that raises a flag. Everybody go get that.
Right.
But if you have one of your
trusty
transports
donkeys
there, you can put it on a transport. Once it's on a transport, then it's yours.
It's safe.
Yeah, then it's safe. If you have to take it off the transport for other reasons, then not so safe.
Right.
But yes, gold is victory points, and we will be refining that up to the stocks for our in-game points here. But those are all our primary producers. So now we're going to get into the secondary producers. So let's see here. I'll leave these just kind of over here just so you guys can remember them, and on the right spots too.
That'd be good.
So there,
And,
woodcutter there, and that there.
and again, remember, you cannot have two of these on the same, and you also cannot have that. For the simple fact, it's one production building per hex. Period.
All right, so we need the,
Secondary production.
which you'll notice they don't have the circles on them.
You are very loud.
Am I?
Yes.
Sorry. I'll talk
It's
quieter.
distorting everybody else.
Okay, sorry. Plus, I'm sick, so my ears are clogged out.
And I'm
Clogged
trying to be, I'm
up,
trying
and
to
I'm
be
deaf.
a little louder to
Counteract that.
counteract that.
So remind me throughout the show, and I will throttle it back. Sorry, but thanks for the heads up. Ooh, shares.
Yeah, those can't be there, but technically, like,
The secondary can be anywhere.
can you put a mint in the water? I don't know why you want to.
You probably. I don't think so.
Just float.
Yep. So, well, you wouldn't want to because if it produced something, it would
Right, you float away and
Float
sink
away.
and go away. Right.
Yeah. So we have our secondary producers. These don't have to be on any particular terrain. They can be anywhere, and that is paper, making boards, the coal burner, which is going to produce that same lovely thing that the oil rigs produced, the stone factory, which is going to produce
Wait for it.
stone,
Okay.
but at a little bit more efficient rate than the quarry does. And the mint, which is going to produce your stocks. No, the mint, which is going to produce your coins, and the stock exchange, which is going to produce stocks.
Which, just for a second, how funny is it? We start with donkeys. We end up, in a perfect world, the stock
It's
exchange.
just a silly game.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's awesome though. I
Start out with
dig
all
that.
ancients and end in
And
space.
the
Right.
paper mill, of course. So each one of these buildings has to have an input on it before it will produce anything. So let's just say, for instance, the input of the sawmill is logs, and well,
No,
board,
go ahead.
yeah, boards come out. So for every log you put in a sawmill, 2 boards come out to the max of 6. So if you put 3 boards on, 3 logs in, 6 boards come out. If you have 4 logs on there, 3 go away, 6 come out, 1 stays on it for next production. So that's how we make more boards. All right, the coal burner. The coal burner, you're going to throw either 2 logs or 2 boards or any combination thereof. So you can have a log and a board. You throw that into the coal burner. It's going to burn it down and turn it into coal, which then or oil or fuel.
Right, fuel. Right.
Yeah. And that is also a max of 6. So if you have 6 on, you have 12 on there, 6 come out.
I don't think we need to go into every building on this because they're going to see it, but
Yeah.
it gives you the idea
Yeah.
that it's input, output.
Right. So I'll stop there. Those are the 2 that we'll do there. But just know that all of these secondary producers have an input and an output. You can look on the player aid and see them. You'll see them as we play the game later on. All right.
Well, I take that back. You probably
We
have
do
talked
paper.
about paper because of what comes next. Go ahead.
Yes, that's probably true. So to make paper, it's the same as the coal burner actually. So you put either 2 logs or 2 boards or whatever, and 1 piece of paper comes out. So no matter
It's a really, really thick piece of paper.
Yeah,
No, a
all-
ream of paper,
Yeah.
if you will.
so it doesn't matter how many boards you have on here,
One comes out.
1 comes out. So it's the paper factory is not going any faster than that.
The other thing is, if the paper's still on there, it doesn't produce.
Correct.
Yep.
Something we miss.
So let's go into now that we know how to make paper, and we have these fine geese over here.
Before we actually get into that, why don't we talk about reproduction for animals?
Okay, yeah, reproduction for animals. Sure.
So donkeys and geese, those are the two animals that are in this
clear
game.
off this lovely space here.
The love shack.
Yeah. So to produce with donkeys or geese,
So
yes, you can probably see them. 2 donkeys there. I know they're green on a green space. Hey, let's do the red ones over there.
There we go. All right.
They're the color of love anyway, right? So 2 donkeys over there. They are on a space. I'm just gonna wreck everything. They're on a space all by themselves.
But wait, what if one of them came with some lumber or some wood?
Then they don't reproduce because they're afraid of that lumber watching them.
Yes, every animal in this game is extremely shy. There can be 2 of them on a hex, and that's it. If there is a third of them on the hex, they will not reproduce. It is 2 things and 2 things only. The one exception to that is your house. For some reason, having your house on there, totally okay, no worries. But anything else, they have to be by themselves to make babies.
Yeah. So if you do during the production phase, you also do reproduction, which you get another donkey or another goose, depending. Geese also have an interesting way that they move as well, which I'll get into now since we're talking about that. So geese don't move on their own. Geese follow transports. So let's say these geese are there. This transport comes through, stops, and goes away. Now you have the choice of either all of the geese following that transport or just some of the geese following that transport.
However, they are not protected, so you can load them onto a transport to move them.
So the donkey can carry the goose if you want.
To protect it.
To protect it, but it takes up a slot on the donkey.
Which, and donkeys can only carry 2.
Mm-hmm. So, why do we like these geese so much?
What? Tell us, Matt, why are geese important in this game?
Because geese are really smart.
The smartest beings out there, I think, right?
Yes. So the geese are so smart, they're going to help you science.
Because science.
Right. So they're going to help you with research. So to get one of these research things here, you need a couple of things. One of those things is 2 geese.
Woo! We have geese.
You have 2 geese and you have a paper.
Okay.
You can spend that 2 geese in paper. Yeah, make sure that donkey is also in the same space.
We'll get there in a little bit.
So you can spend the 2 geese in a paper to then mark one of these places here.
With these giant, oversized Indonesia city markers.
Yep. And I think the rules say you cover them all up and then open them up, but I like seeing my options, so I leave them open and then cover them when I get them.
I do the same.
Yeah. So you can choose any of these that you want.
Which are rowboats, trucks, steamships, or the oil rigs. And then there are 3 different types of mines as well.
There's also this light bulb. That's the expansion. We won't worry about that right now.
So,
all right. So rowboats, trucks, steamships, oil rigs. We kind of went over what those did already.
Right.
You have to have these researches covered up to actually build them. So there's that.
However, mines.
The different ways mines work here are going to the way we distributed this before. Remember, we did 3 ore and 3 gold. Well,
for a normal mine.
For a normal mine, but once you learn some research, you can do a big mine, and a big mine is 5 gold and 5 ore. So we just add 2 more. We shuffle all those up, and we put those on there.
Yep.
This would happen if you had this covered up. If you build a new mine with that covered up, you can choose to build it as a big mine.
Or you could choose to do it as a regular mine as well, if you wish.
If you wish. This one,
the specialized
mine, means we fill that up with either 4 ore or 4 gold. So that mine can be all gold if you want, or all ore if you want. And it'll just be 4, and you set them on top. It'll be no surprise as to what they are to you or anyone else.
Now, the interesting thing to note is all these other production buildings out here, they produce as long as they have an input, or the base ones over here just automatically produce.
Mm-hmm.
Mines are just like these in that they automatically produce.
But they have a limit.
They do have a set limit. So for that normal mine being 3 and 3, after the 6th turn, after the 6th production, then all of a sudden it's an empty mine. So what can you do with an empty mine?
Well, that last bit of research there lets you drill a new shaft in an already built mine. So what that does is if you cover that up, you can then choose to go to a space with a mine that's empty and choose to refill it. And it either refills in one of the other ways that you have covered
If you
up,
have them covered,
or just the standard way that it would normally.
But if you're building a new shaft, you have to have the pieces for it.
Sure, yeah. And one thing that Dave said is whenever you build a new mine, when you actually have to have the input to build the mine, which is 3 boards and a stone. But regardless of what kind of mine it is, whether it's a new shaft in the same mine, a big mine, or a specialized
the shaft
mine.
has a different cost.
It does. You're right.
The
You're
shaft
right.
the shaft is an ore and a fuel.
Good call.
To sink a new shaft. To build a completely new mine, yes, you have to use the boards and the stone.
However, now go back, and this allows you to research, right?
Right.
That we talked about, and that's he has the donkey here, and research happens because science. However, let's say he had moved somehow, and the geese did not follow.
Yep.
And the paper and the geese are here. What happens, Matt?
They all magically disappear into the ether.
Right. Why?
That's a very good question. Maybe I should ask the Splotter guys why that happens.
Is it the space-time continuum from Bus?
It's similar to
It's
that.
similar.
Yeah.
All right. If 2 geese and a paper are left on a tile, that is, if they are not being carried by a transporter, both geese and paper are used by the game and disappear. This leads to a great increase in metaphysical understanding, which has no practical relevance to the game.
Again.
It's that fun. Those
The time space
wild and
continuum.
crazy Dutch.
Yep. So don't leave the geese alone with the paper.
They
It's
just
a bad
disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, really.
One more thing I would like to
and
get
the wonder.
into.
Yeah.
Is now we've gone through production, kind of moving, building. So we're going into we can build wonder bricks. So to build bricks,
Not to be confused with Wonder Bread.
Bread.
No,
That's the
Wonder
first thing I
bricks.
thought.
Right.
Yep. So to build a wonder brick, you have to have a good on your home space, at least up until this. So each wonder brick is going to cost 1 of these for the first one.
And everybody has their own
Color of brick.
color of brick. And here, I'll just throw them out so you guys can see. If you'll hand me a green, Amanda.
So for instance, let's say green builds a brick.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a good from my home space
And
to
you
build a brick.
and you can do multiples.
You can do multiples. So let's say I want to build another one. Well, that's 1 plus 2, so that's 3.
Is it the Fibonacci counting? Because the first one is 1, the second one
The
is
second one is
3
3 or
total.
So that is 4 total, right?
No, it's 3 total.
3
It's
total?
2. It's 1 for the first,
Okay.
2 for the second, 3 for the third, 4 for the fourth.
Yes.
But they're cumulative. So the first one is 1, the second one is 3, the third one is 6, so on and so forth. A building at one time on one action. So green, if this were, indulge me, if green were first here, green, how many bricks do you want to build, or how many wonder bricks do you want to build? If he wants to build 2 bricks,
Let's build 2 for 3 goods.
he discards those 3 goods from
these
home.
can be goods of any type. These can be you could spend your stocks to build.
You do have to have a transporter in your home.
In your
yes,
home.
Too.
So
You do.
basically, the general rule is have a transporter when you're building something, whether it's research,
Or
whether it's a building or bricks. Have a transport there.
Yes.
So we're going to go in turn order to building bricks, and then I forget. Refresh my memory. Does the game build first?
Last.
The game builds last.
Yes.
So green builds. Let's say yellow passes, blue passes, red passes, and then the game is going to build 1 brick. And that's kind of to advance the game and make sure it doesn't become a stalemate. So if nobody is ever building wonder bricks, you're just going to see a whole lot of white fill this thing up until we get to the end of the game.
End of the game. You really don't want to do that. You want to try to get at least one brick in there, especially if nobody else has a brick in there.
Why?
Because that's going to be another way of earning points. So there's going to be a majority in each of these rows. Each row is going to be calculated up, and you're going to get, if you're the only one in that row, you get 10 points. So 10 points per row, you're the only one in.
And so in this example right here, if that were the case, green, even though the game's there, the game doesn't count. Green's by himself, he would score 10 points at the end of the game.
Right. So throw another color in there on the same row.
Obviously yellow.
All right, so let's make it a little easy for the first one. Let's do this here.
Okay. And the order in which they are doesn't matter. This would still be 10 for green,
Right.
as an example, just because of the fact that they're the only one in that row.
All right, so in that case right there, it's still 10 points for that row. We would just split it, 5 and 5. I get 5, you get 5.
And
Easy enough.
if it were this,
then I would have 2 and you would have 1. I'd get 6 and you would get 3.
and this is another advantage of the player aid. It's all laid out right here.
Yeah, there's a little matrix
Yep.
that shows that
Right.
and helps us
there.
math impaired people.
Yep.
Yes.
But let's say
Excuse me.
we've got a
Party going on that row.
way down here. So
Everybody gets.
I've got 1. Everybody gets 2.
No,
2, 2, and 2.
Everyone gets 3, doesn't it?
Yes, because
Oh.
you look at the.
Oh, and
matrix.
another.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was down 1 row too far. Everybody gets 3.
And if the party is complete,
Everybody gets 2.
everybody gets 2. And we'll score every row up through this. Then we'll score based on what is on your transports, be it gold, coins,
Another good
or
point that you
stock
just made
markets.
there is that your coins, your stocks, your gold, to be scored at all, have to be owned by you, which means they have to be on one of your transports.
It doesn't matter who produced it. Oh,
Yeah,
you produced
so-
gold and I came and got it. Thank you very much for the 10 points.
Let me make this clear. That's worth nothing.
That's
That's worth 10
10
points.
points.
Yes.
And that's it. One other thing that we didn't mention is goods can only move once. They can move however far a transport can move. However, they cannot be dropped off by one transport and then picked up by another transport within the same turn. They can do that afterwards. So what you're going to see us do, and everybody has their own way of doing this that plays this game. So obviously, you're going to have up to 6 transports. 5.
Five of one type. Let's see. You can have.
You can have 8. Wait, you can have 8 transports.
8
5 only 5 can be land or sea. So 5 of land or sea, and then 3 of the other at max. So what you're going to see, so with a potential 5 donkeys out here, you're going to see. I mean, it can get pretty crazy out here, and you're like, wait, what did I move or not? So you're going to see, at least for me, either when I'm done moving them, I will stand them up, or when I'm done moving them, I will lay them all down, just as a visual cue, because a lot of this game takes place simultaneously, which we haven't talked about turn order. I think that's the last thing.
I was going to get there.
Okay, cool.
All right, turn order is a little bit weird.
So this is the current turn order over here on the Wonder, just below, and it's a little tight because of the pictures, but I think we'll be all right there.
If that is the turn order, this up here should appear like.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to move that down a hair so people can see this. All right, here. Actually, I will move it down temporarily. So
No,
right,
it's the other way. I'm sorry, because I'm upside down. That's a bit weird.
there you go.
Yeah.
So you have, what is this? The church, the cathedral,
That
church.
is the church. So it's easier to explain this with a little story.
Before you do,
Okay.
this is the current turn order at the bottom, which you guys can't see real quick. So this is the current turn order. So it would be green, yellow, blue, red. So if nothing changes, if none of us ever make the actual effort to change the turn order, it will stay like this for the entire game. However, that's unlikely to happen. So now, Matt, go ahead.
All right. So for turn order to change at all, somebody has to call for turn order to be changed.
Turn order change, please, sir.
All right. Why would you ask for turn order to be changed?
That's
That would be
such a
important.
good question.
Well,
Maybe. Oh, go ahead,
all right,
please.
if you want to move
Rhetorical
first,
question.
which move first and move your dudes around the board to go grab something from somebody else and make sure that you can get it before they do. Because you notice they just produced a bunch of stuff, but it's not on a transport yet. You want to get there and take it before they can get it. This is where this nice, wonderful game gets a little bit nasty. And we start spreading out around the map.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. So, the interesting thing, to be nasty and to be mean and take other people's stuff, you need to be sitting in the back row of church. So this is church, and you can think of these as they're the pews in the church. So the pious people, they sit a little closer to the front. The people that want to, the people that want to skip out early, like as soon as sermon's over, they sit in the back. So the people in the back row of the church are going to be the person in the lead of getting everything else done. And it's going to go that way.
So they got to get out of Dodge so they can go start the turn.
Yes. So that's how you do it. But if you call for turn order to be changed, you're likely going to be...
Scott, I am Shaggy. I know.
You're likely going to be up here in the beginning and probably towards the end. Usually the people towards the end are the people calling for a turn order to be changed. So turn order is going to be changed, and let's say Red called for it. So he called for turn order to be changed. The person in the front has the option to jump to the back.
Or move to the back, not really jump, but yeah.
It's a
so
Pentecostal church. He jumped.
Right. So then Red has the choice. Red has the choice of turn order. What does he want to be?
So he gets the choice. He could go second if he wants, but he's going to choose probably to go first.
So then
Blue gets the choice, but their choice is only... They can't jump behind Red, but they can jump in front of Red and go there.
Second.
So at this point, nobody else can do anything.
They can. Yellow can choose to move to become third in this case. Let me move that up. So yellow could move up, but I'm probably not going to spend my ability of being able to do that. So there's not a huge difference between third and fourth unless green is, I'm worried about him coming over and stealing my stuff.
Right.
If I'm not, then I'll leave it, because then in subsequent turns, I then can call. I'll have the power to call for.
Right.
I'll be the pious one.
So you got the. So it's good to be here and save it for when you really need it.
Right.
And move to the back and jump to...
Almost like waiver wire priority in fantasy
football. The other reason
football.
to do this, though, is placing bricks.
Placing bricks.
And there might be one brick there
Right.
at the very end of the row.
So, for instance, if it's something like this, right? Or better yet, let's say we're all white. Anybody who puts a brick, let me make sure that's on there. Anybody that puts a brick right here in that last spot is going to score 10 points at the end of the game. So maybe that could be really important, and that's why you want to jump out in first player. So good call, Dave, on that. So you're going to see people manipulating that throughout the game.
And you can call for it at any time.
You can call for it at any time between...
There's little arrows right there.
Right. So in between any of the phases, you can call for turn order to change. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think we're ready to rock and roll at this point.
So.
We built 3/4 of the temple with a pyramid last time before we had to change.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, every game will play out differently.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Dave, you've only played this, what?
Once.
Yeah.
Matt's played it a handful of
Yeah,
times.
this is one of me and Dana's favorite 2-player Sunday morning games.
Okay.
So we've played it quite a bit.
I've played it 2 or 3 times now, and Amanda, she's played it once, but it's been a long time. So the 3 of us all played it for Game of the Month last Friday. So moral of the story is we are far from experts in this. You're going to see some really not optimal moves, except from Banker Dave, who will probably win the game. My money is on Banker Dave.
Good to put your money in the bank.
Right. So yeah. So if we're not terribly aggressive or we're hyper aggressive, inexperienced. So bear with it. Yeah. So without further ado, let's randomize turn order and go from there. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Good job, by the way. I think that went really smooth.
Thank you.
Questions, Amanda?
No, not yet. Anyway,
Okay.
give me time.
Okay. Worst to first. All right. So there. And let's reset board. There. All right, and we need 1 stone out here for the turn order marker. I want to make sure that you guys can see that okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll work. Sounds like Asher's having a good time upstairs. All right.
Go.
All right. Oh, yes, sir. All right. So, so the first thing that happens is production. Produce. Oh, wait. We have no production building, so we don't produce. Then transport. Now, this is all simultaneous until it doesn't need to be. Okay. Todd's pulling for you, by the way, Amanda.
Thank you.
So we can move. So now we're looking. Okay, what do we want to produce? So everyone starts with what is it? 5 planks.
5 planks, 1 stone, 2 geese, and 3 donkeys.
All right. So move there. Woodcutter, quarry. Don't need any of that yet. And oops. All right. Well. All right. So I'm done. So I'll explain. Okay. Oh, that's really clever. That was smart. I see that now. Okay. Good move. So obviously you can see Dave is trying to reproduce his donkeys real quick, and he's going to build a quarry out here. Yeah, and Matt
We're doing the same
Matt
thing.
and I
just in
did the same thing,
squares.
and Amanda.
It's producing geese.
How did your geese move over there? They have to
Yeah,
they either have to be
follow,
carried by a transport or move. So
Yeah.
geese won't. They cannot reproduce on the first turn
Okay.
or second turn, as it were.
There's one way they could.
Yeah. You can
Actually,
move everything.
I will do that so they can.
Do what now?
If I move all the
Move
goods.
everything out of there.
2-2. Did I? Oh, okay. Fair
Yeah.
point. Yep.
I'll just say
I
that.
thought I had both on there, so they can produce that reproduce that way.
Yeah, just by leaving them.
Yep. All right. So now everyone is done with their movement. So you can.
Game's already diverged.
Yeah. Right. And already we're on 2 or 3 different paths.
Yep.
So now we're going to go into building. So here we'll do this one at a time, just to show folks. So building. This here, there's a wood and a transport. I will build that. So that costs the wood, or to build the woodcutter, that costs one plank.
1 boards.
This guy, he's going to get rid of 1. He's going to produce a woodcutter as well. And then this guy here is going to get rid of both of his 2 planks, and he is going to produce a quarry. And I'm done with my production. I lied. That happens is animals reproduce.
No, that's during the production phase.
You're right. Sorry, this is building, and you're going to hear me remind myself of that the entire game. So I'm done building. So Green, go ahead, do yours.
All
You're
right.
doing the exact same thing I just did.
Close, but not quite.
Okay.
I am going to do the quarry right there for 2 boards. I
Shouldn't
am
have done that.
going to do. Yes, I'm going to do the wood cutter over here for 1. And
Could she move everything out so they can get frisky in front of the house? Yes, the house is the only thing that doesn't count for that
Okay,
being alone
just
by
make the quarry.
in front of the animals.
that's all I'm going to do.
And that's what I did as well. So Amanda did the exact same thing, and Matt did the exact same thing, and Dave did it with his donkeys instead of his geese. All right. So he chose not to build a woodcutter there.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So red, go ahead.
I just built a quarry. Oh, go ahead, and I'm not building.
Okay, and
I can't because I don't have transport.
fair enough. Amanda, what are you building?
I'm building a quarry,
Okay.
a woodcutter,
I think that's probably a good choice to stop there. I already feel like I'm going to regret because there's no way to tear down, is there? Once you've built it, that's it. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I may have ended up wasting this space, but we'll see. All right. So we are all done building now. Now we go into the wonder phase, starting with me. I have resources,
But no transport.
but no transport. Ergo, I will not build. Green, same thing. Red, however,
Same
red
thing.
has no transport. He's got tons of goods here, and it's important to remember that if you do not have two geese, you know what they cannot do? There's no asexual geese, so they will not mate. So be careful going below two geese. So none of us can pay to the wonder. So we start out, first round, advantage game. Not really, but sounds good. Nobody's going to want to change turn order for a while, so I'm not going to bother mentioning it. So we now go back and we start again. Production. Now production happens. So a woodcutter. You guys are going to need.
Livestock awesome.
You're right. So his donkey's produced. Got a new donkey. Our geese will produce and get another goose.
and I need a brick.
I also need one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So I have woodcutter, and brick. I'm going to stand these dudes up, get ready for transport. All right, and now we're moving. Cool. Have fun, Travis. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, dude. All right, so everybody's moving now. Okay. Yep. Hating this already. Okay, so he's moving there with those. He is going to come over here and bring both of those with him. And he is actually just going to go by himself and go there. Cool. I am done moving, y'all.
I am done.
Oh, take your time. No worries.
I'm done. My turns aren't pretty exciting at the first.
No, early on, there's definitely a ramp-up factor that comes into play here as far as it's a slow burn to get going. So the game actually takes roughly 4 hours, give or take. Obviously, with less players, it will take less. And as you get more experience, you're going to get quicker at the game. We're not at that point right now. So
One of the other things to point out is because you start with only one quarry, be really careful that you don't spend it.
oh, you're right. You're stone, or you're.
I saw this gentleman here build a brick with his quarry stone and went, oh, I better not do that on the first turn.
Yeah, because then you don't have it, and then.
Right, you need boards. No, so yeah, you don't want to. Just like in antiquity, if you run out of wood, you're circling the drain at that point. Okay, so everyone's done transporting, and now we build anything that you want to build.
I'm going to build a sawmill.
I'm going to build a paper mill.
All right, so Amanda's building a paper mill for 1 plank and 1 stone.
I will also build a sawmill.
And sawmill is
board looking.
There you
right
go.
there.
Yep. So that's
Reminder: you can build on the same as your house.
As your house, because your house basically is just showing this is where we started. It's not actually a building or a production building.
Oh, I am also going to build a road, but I can do that in a minute to show our first road.
Yeah, that's it. That is important because right now donkeys, even though they're 4x4s, they can only move one. They can move two if all their movement is on a road. And refresh my memory on the board where it shows road construction.
It's, I just saw it.
It's just
It's right below
It's-
research.
yeah.
Road, bridge, and wall.
There it is. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't get into walls, but these are walls. You can use them to protect things.
Yeah.
You can-
You can go through your walls. Other players cannot go through your walls, and you can tear down walls, much like Gorbachev did.
so, and I'm also going to do. Where's we need the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's right there.
So yeah, we have to share.
All right. So actually, all right. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and build
And-
my road.
Your road can be as ornate or not as you want to make it, and this is where the dry erase comes in.
Right. I like my roads like that.
Yep. Same.
I like dual lanes.
So you got rid of your stone over there off the
Yep.
board. Okay.
Yep.
Dave is also going to.
Killing 6, but my roads are just.
Okay, easy enough. I am building one with this stone, her, and we will go. It's a winding road coming into the center, but it's a donkey trail, so it doesn't need much.
Also, a good thing to note is you don't own your roads, so if somebody else can use it,
You're helping the Romans march through town. Are you doing any roads? So one thing we should note. So this stone came from this hex. So it has to come out from this hex, be it to any of the adjacent hexes. So just FYI on that. Cool. All right, so I will discard that. Everyone done building? Notice I am not building anything over here because I need that sawmill. Yeah, which we'll get there. All right, so then we go into Wonder Brick time. So starting with me, I have this extra wood. I will build a Wonder Brick, or we'll just call them bricks at this point, probably. So yellow is building one. Green, would you like to build?
Do I want to?
And he can because he has a resource there. He has 4 resources technically, 3 geese.
I can
and
build.
wood.
I can build geese bricks if I would like, but
Those are some expensive bricks.
yeah, they got feathers poking out, and beaks, and it's not.
Can you imagine just a little beak sticking out of a brick?
I choose.
Mommy!
I choose
what?
not to.
Took a dark path or a dark turn. Red, are you building any?
No.
Blue, are you building any? All right, and now we get back to production. And if you guys hear the laughing and stuff going on out there, we actually have 3 games of Roads and Boats going on right now. We have one in our library here in our 5th bedroom, which yeah, you can kind of see behind Matt and Dave all there. And then they're playing a 3-player out there. Brian, Nadine, and Black Lamb Dave. And then Jerry and Garrett are playing a 2-player out there as well. We would have done 3, 3, and 3, but to be honest with you, since we already put out there, hey, we're going to play on what it, so here you go. So because of that, Dave was nice enough to join us. So okay, enough rambling. So we are done. We are going into production. So all your base buildings produce.
And another donkey. Oh, I already got that.
No, you do not get another donkey here.
Yes, I do.
No.
Because there was only 2. And I put the 3rd one on.
Oh, okay. So it had it. He's sneaky like that. He's fat, quick, like a marsupial. All right.
But I don't get to build anything here because there's no input.
Correct. And even though this brick is already here, it doesn't matter. It still produces automatically. This produces, and this does not produce. The geese don't because there's a donkey there, plus there's an additional goose. So only if they were by themselves, as a reminder. Cool. All right. Everyone done producing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving.
Alright, so
So this donkey is going to come here pick up those bricks and bring them back here. Because there's that road now, he can go 1, 2. So he'll move, take those 2 bricks with him.
Can
But-
I go here, then back?
No, because you have no road. Right now, it's only 1 movement.
That sucks.
And because I don't have a road from this hex to this hex, I cannot move on my other road.
Exactly. You still, unless all the movement is on road, like Maria, the big roads versus the little roads. If it's not all on the big roads, you get the smaller movement. In this case, it's only 1. He's going to stay. He's going to move over. So we're going to have a little donkey love.
These 2.
Okay, I'm trying to be funny, but it's not working there. That and he's done. That's it. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or chime in or critique my bad play. Not so much them, it's more me. So.
Okay.
All right, everyone done?
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, you sure? Are you just OCDing? Or are you...
Now I'm done.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, so now we build. Remember, build does not mean baby production.
Wood.
All right, building a woodcutter.
Is that correct? That's what I
Yeah,
did
yep.
with my last log.
And this is why it's so important to have the player aid, to be able to have at a reference, oh, how much does it cost to build? And
Right.
because over here, let me see if I can bring it in a little bit for those that don't have it. So right here shows the inputs and what basic productions you can do and what terrain
think
they
you got
must be
enough?
on and what they produce, which
This
is
isn't
in that one.
3. He has 3.
Oh, well, that's similar. Good enough. And then secondary buildings are these here. So yeah, it's really is vital, and you can tell this one's laminated. If you want to, we recommend them. There's laminators on like Amazon for like $15, I think. So anyway, moving on. So everyone is done producing, I assume.
We're building now.
Oh, sorry, building. I'm glad somebody's on the ball here. Damn it, I forget my roads. Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off of your idea. And let me see, we are going there. Yeah, we're going
You
to
can't
spend
build the
one
road
of
unless
those
you have a
bricks.
transport there, or can you?
Stone
Right.
transport.
Yeah, you have to have a transport to build a road right there. Right. That's why I was going to have him move the stone there and move back, but then I realized I couldn't build the road.
And Amanda, you're building as well, a road? A road?
A road.
2 roads. All right. Cool. All right, so everyone is done building, and now it's Wonder Brick time. So it's a matter of 5 points if I build or not, because I'm looking around. Matt's not going to build any with his because he's not going to waste a goose for this. Amanda is not going to waste a goose, and actually Dave can't. So actually, I elect to not build a Wonder Brick because I know that nobody here is going to build one. So therefore, I will own the entire first row, and bing, 10 points. So I am not building a brick. Matt?
Now that you say that, that goose is looking an awful lot like 5 points.
It's up to you.
Yeah, let's build a brick with that goose.
See, that's what I get for thinking
I
out
was
loud.
thinking-
No, it's worth it for you guys. I'm just messing. But I still want to see the brick with the beak sticking out of it. You know, I'm
Come on,
picturing
Jason.
I'm picturing
You can draw. Come on.
the Aflac duck
Uh-huh.
actually with it just his beak sticking out of
I'm
it.
not building because I can't.
Okay, and Amanda, are you? Because you would be starting a new row now. Oh, wow. I obviously read this completely wrong. I really didn't think anyone was going to put, down in their bricks.
They're fluffy
Then we
bricks.
need a white one.
Yep, good call. And one white. All right, and we do it again. And you guys can already start to see how this is going to ramp up. So now production happens.
My geese, they don't want to reproduce.
Nope, because
I've got a donkey there.
Correct. However, my donkeys have a baby. And then your buildings also produce, don't
Our
forget.
donkeys are too busy working.
And when I produce, when it starts getting into the meat of the game, I'll put the actual good that it produced on top of the production building so that I remember which buildings have produced and what have not produced yet. And then once I'm done producing, then I will move them off of the buildings. Amanda, have you produced?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone done producing now?
Yes.
All right, we're moving into transport. So somebody else want to give their thoughts, like what they're doing, while instead of it just being a constant me?
I have a real slow ramp up because I waited so long to build that, but I felt like getting my
That being the woodcutter.
The woodcutter, yeah. But on the other hand, I felt like I wanted to get my transportation and going.
I did the
quickly.
opposite. I forgoed transportation to get extra woodcutters. So now I'm producing 3 logs a turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see
Okay.
how that goes.
All right, Amanda.
It's frustrating.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't have enough wood to make a sawmill, so I just have a bunch of logs.
Edward might be a little frustrated too once he looks at what a sawmill costs to build.
It require. Son of a.
So both viewers are
So
sawmill-less.
what did we say? That you want to make sure that you don't overdo the. Oh boy.
That's why on that first turn I decided not to build 2 woodcutters.
That makes sense. So we may have made a tactical error.
No, we just made our boards very stealable.
Yeah. So, but the only problem with that is you two are safe from me and Amanda because we only no, there is a ref factory.
Yeah,
But what does it cost?
it costs a stone and
and a plank, and we both have them. So now what
Do
that
you have
means,
one plank?
we each have
We have
one
one.
plank. We don't have a second plank. So what's going to happen now is Amanda and I are going to have to make a.
Or just pull back and go back and say, "Oh, we."
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I mean, it definitely puts us at a big disadvantage, but it gives you guys a chance. No, I'm kidding. No, just a lesson learned here. So here you go. Here's a good example. Don't do what we did. You want to make sure that you keep 2 boards, not just one, which I was thinking just one until they brought up a good point on sawmill. So we're going into transport time. So obviously Amanda and I now need to work to build ref factories, or she and I collude to give one another boards.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Which-
You guys could team up and build one
We could build
sawmill,
a sawmill like right here.
and then
Yeah.
that's not a terrible idea.
So, and this goes to show that it's not a matter of who owns the building. So in this case, that's what I'm going to mosey this way. So I have one movement. Actually, I have 2 moves with this guy. So this donkey is going to bring that here with him, and he is done moving. And if Amanda, if you were interested in moseying on over this way as well. Oh, lordy,
It'll
lordy,
take me a
lordy.
while, but I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, because, and this should drive home the point, if you notice, everything here requires boards.
Yeah, to get to anything in the secondary production.
Oh, and ignore this because this is the expansion. So these 2, everything here requires multiple boards except for the paper mill. but paper isn't going to help you if you can't make boards. So, alrighty.
Yeah, when I'm teaching in the future, I'll make sure to tell people to avoid that.
Yeah, 2 boards. So, alright, so this guy actually is going to come over here and just hang out. Might as well have a donkey baby factory. So, would that be an ass factory?
Don't the
I believe
Don't-
so.
Yeah.
That's the technical term.
Okay. Yeah.
don't they only breed in this area?
Yes, that's true. They only breed in pastures.
Crap.
So I cheated on that as well. So I have 1 less donkey. So he will actually stay there. He did not have babies. See, and that's
They're gonna hang out for a little while till next turn.
so these guys actually are both going to move to
Right.
there.
Right.
There we go. And then, so it doesn't hurt me much though. No worries. So why don't those 2 guys move to a pasture?
Because they've already moved this.
That's a
much
good
as they
reason.
can.
Okay. Everyone done moving then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we go into building. I'm done.
I'm done.
Building roads.
Okay.
A pen.
Yeah, totally unforgiving, Bill. Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I'm kind of glad that Amanda and I made that oversight for the simple fact that it really drives home the fact that, well, shit, that type thing, and what a spotter really can be in that respect. So we're not crippled, we're just neutered
Yeah, Jesse,
a little bit.
where were you? Like, he's saying that he's glad that we finally realized. Like, where were you at, buddy? I mean,
Yeah, how come you?
communication.
Right. Hey, we got chat right here. You could have said something. You see me keep looking over. Could you hook a brother up? I mean,
Or a sister?
something.
You know,
Seriously, dude.
I'm toasting.
All right, so we're done. We're done building, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Wonder Brick time. I cannot. Green.
Yes, I believe I shall.
Okay, so a green brick, another brick on the wall, and red.
No.
Okay, Amanda cannot because she doesn't have a transport in her home. Plus, she doesn't want to do one of her last 2 geese. You okay? All right, so then we build white, and now we're looking at 5 points for the first brick, 5 points, or for the first row, 5 for the second. You get the idea, so we'll go with that. All right, so now we go back to production. Now there's a donkey baby.
I also have the donkey baby.
I have
I
a
have-
goose.
I have a goose, a brick, and a log.
A goose, a brick, and log. I hear it. What show was it? Beavis and Butthead. The commercials that they would watch. Log.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stimpy, you idiot. I feel like Stimpy right now. Yeah, for that. So production. Okay. So we produce 1, 2, and a brick.
This was a bigger production for me. I've got the logs. I've got 2 because I have that log in there. I get a brick and then a goose.
All right, cool. Everyone done producing?
Mhm.
And now we move. So Amanda, I'm willing to team up. I will bring the brick with me, but I get the first production out of it. Okay? First,
No.
I have to have 2 to be able to do anything though. For the sawmill,
Really? It is. Oh, wow, that's weird.
Oh, it
Ours are
produces 2.
different.
right?
No, it produces 6, doesn't it?
No, a max of 6.
Max of 6.
Max of it's 2
Oh.
per.
Two-
So
two-
I will produce the first production will be me, and then I will allow you to do the second.
Thank you.
All right. So these guys, nobody has moved yet.
Right, I'm done, so I'm gonna go make me another cup of coffee.
Okay.
Would anybody like anything while I'm
I'm good. I got my purple drum.
purple drawing?
So he is moving with these 2 on his back. baby donkey will move out here. And in fact, for another sawmill. Oh man, that's frustrating. Yeah, those guys are gonna stay where they're at. So Amanda said she's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm done.
Matt, you're
Also
done? Okay. And now we build, which, looking at Amanda's, she's not building anything. I am. I'm building a road here. Where's the
Pin.
marker? Okay. Ooh. Okay. That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm building. Anyone else? Yeah, Amanda can't. So.
I'm in donkey production mode. So.
All right. So we're done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wonder brick. I can't. Green.
I cannot.
Red.
I don't have a.
You don't have a transport. And Amanda doesn't have a transport, so we just do a white brick. And then we go into the next round, which is production. So let me move these off. All right. And Matt, when you're done, if you'll produce for Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I got her bricks. She needs 1 wood. Got it? Okay. And a donkey she produces. Baby donkey.
Stand on it. Stick.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with that, I think. Okay, cool. We're good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Amanda has produced. Good. Now all we're doing is moving. And at that point, we're going to have to wait at this so Amanda and I can figure out how that's going to work. So Amanda, for your donkey, we're back. You produced. You didn't build anything. You couldn't build a wonder. Did you want to build the sawmill where you are currently, or one closer where I'm at? You know what? I have more wood or more roads, so I'll come to you.
Okay.
All right. So I will come here and set those down. You also have to unload yours because technically I can't build if it's on you or on your donkey. So this guy will actually come 1, 2 and come back and bring that stone with him. This dude will go 1, 2 and he's moved. He's moved. He is not.
I'm going to explain one of my moves.
Give me.
I started
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
I
Yep.
started here with and was carrying this.
Little louder.
Oh, I was carrying logs, dropped them off here, picked up the 2 wood, and moved to that.
Good call, right? Because the individual goods they can't be moved by 2 different carriers, but you can pick up and drop off along the way. Good call. Okay, so I got 1 more donkey to go if I want to move him. And actually, he's going to come right there. All right. Is everyone... Nope, not yet. Partially, I think it's because we're running through the game and talking. At least I think that. And Amanda's new, and we forgot to point out to her. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's definitely an important thing to point out about the 2 boards.
Right.
So,
I didn't think about it until it was already done.
Right. Thanks.
Sorry.
Asterisk. Okay. All right. So we're done moving. Now we are building. So we are going to build a sawmill. Yay! Team Heavy Cardboard has a sawmill.
I'm going to build the raft factory, so I need one.
Oh shoot! We don't have it. You know what?
Well,
We're gonna have to work out a deal here. I don't have any wood to throw into it because it requires wood. It's one closer to you than it is to me. Would you be willing to allow me to go? Well, I'm just gonna go and take one and bring it back to be able to produce. You also can bring yours.
Mhm.
Will that produce for both of us?
Yeah,
It
'cause,
will, won't it?
If,
So
if there's stuff there, nobody owns it. Yeah, both
Right.
of y'all come over here, grab all that wood, take it over there, and then split it up however you see
Right,
fit. It is
exactly.
it's her wood, but it was your brick. So
Sure, right, yeah.
And you do it in order.
Yeah, in turn order. So
if you need to.
right.
Mhm.
All right. So
But
building.
you can't. That is another good
That's it.
thing about this game is you can make deals.
Right. Yep. Totally.
So if you're in the same space with somebody and there are goods there, you can call for turn order, take them and run, or you can go, hey, let's split these.
So Cardboard Congregation says, I just tuned in. When did Roads and Boats become a team game? It became a team game when you have two of the players overlook the fact that you have to make sure that you keep two boards. If you only have one board, you're SOL. And so the only way it is mutually beneficial for both Amanda and I to team up to be able to build the woodcutter there, the sawmill, so that we have access to boards, so then we can come back into our own areas to build. Or not. Maybe I go over there and just rampage. But the point is, we had to. The only other option was to build a raft, and then it takes time to go, and we would have to go and steal something, and it makes more sense to do it this way for both of us, because otherwise both Matt and Dave are going to run away with the game and kill us, and we're just hanging out for 3 hours. That's no fun. So this makes us both more competitive, whereas we would both be out of the game otherwise. So there you go.
Right, so we are building now.
Yeah, well, we were building.
I'm
yes.
still building some roads here.
Okay, and I am as well when you're done.
There. Oh, my geese.
So yeah, we were stressing the point after it was pointed out / realized that teach new players that keep two boards until they get a sawmill going, because that can be a huge oversight.
In my defense, I'm used to teaching, and I taught Dana, so she figured that before I did.
Right.
I believe I've made this mistake too, though. So
It happens.
Follows the river here.
that's beautiful.
Thank you. Okay.
One for me.
Yep. It's not many games you can draw on, which is kind of cool. That isn't a legacy game, because all this takes is a little water or a little spit and a paper towel, and oh, hey, plexiglass is clean. Oh, one other thing while I'm thinking about it. So the game comes with a really, I don't know where it is, I think it's in a box, a real flimsy, like cardstock thickness of plexi, real thin plastic. And previously on the podcast, I had mentioned that the advantages of having a 24 by 18 inch piece of plexi for win some games, for Age of Steam maps that don't want to lay flat, for war games, unmounted war games, or Roads and Boats. It's perfect size for a 4-player map. So that's something, another thing. 24 by 18, I think, is a pretty good universal size. So anyway, all right, we're all done building. We're moving into Wonder Bricks. I cannot green.
I could, but
No, you can't.
I don't have a good.
All right, red.
I'm going to do another one of the duck.
Getting rid of the geese. So throw a red brick. And blue, are you? That would be a negatory. All right. So now we are back into production. Normally we'd have music playing in the background. But I don't know how that would come out. So
We would
Probably
get
not.
blocked on the video would get deleted.
would it?
Yeah.
Oh, because you have unlicensed music playing on. No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Wouldn't have even thought of that. Good call. All right.
I need some logs, please.
Okay. Log. Now I can't unhear that. Okay, cool. Everyone done producing?
Yeah.
No other babies or anything for animals. And now we
Already
are
got mine.
okay. Transporting. I am moving 1 and taking 2 wood. And this is where turn order will come in, but Amanda knows I'm focused on just getting the wood in over here. I'm going to bring this donkey over here as well. So he's moved. He's moved. And he is going to bring this stone and wood with him. And he's going to move there. The last one, he's going to stay there. Yeah, I'm actually, you know what? Yeah. All right. So because it's Amanda's early game and first game, what I could do here, just to show you how predatory that the game can be, I could right now and completely eliminate Amanda from the game. I'm not going to, but just to show you what I could do is he's already moved. What I could do is I could bring this donkey and this
you could
stone.
sleep on the couch too.
It's not like that. So he could move 1, 2 onto this hex with that stone. If I do, I can build a wall.
Oh wow, yeah.
So if I were to build this wall right here when we get to building, Amanda won't be able to come into that hex. She can tear down that wall, but to be able to tear down that wall, it requires
3 boards.
No, 2 boards,
2 boards.
which she needs access to the sawmill to get boards.
Yo, dog.
So I could completely eliminate Amanda from the game right now, this moment, by doing that. Obviously, I'm not going to, but I'm just showing as an example just really how nasty this game can be if you choose to play it that way. That said, he is going to come here and he's going to bring it there, and I'm going to be a team player. All right, so I have finished moving, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, now we go into building. So I am going to build a wall, but this is purely for defensive reasons. So here, whereas had I built it here, that would have been completely just nasty. Building it here just means Amanda can't travel on my road into my area and come in and have a geese raiding party or something like that. So that's okay. Can build your stuff. So I'm going to build another road out of my hometown. The marker. Thank you. Now, if this wasn't Amanda's first game or whatever, or for essentially my third game, we probably would do stuff like that to one another, just as a lesson, because we play to win. But no, not for a learning game. Nobody benefits from that. All right, everyone good? Everyone done building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wonder bricks. I will spend this wood because I have a transport and it's 1 requirement. So 1 yellow brick to finish that off and do to red what green did to me. And that's all I'm building. Green.
I will build 2.
All right, so he's spending 3 resources building 2 bricks.
Just
People are saying Todd's a fan of your road system.
Yeah.
Very organized, very clean lines.
it's all directions. Also note, once we get to here, the wonder bricks go up in cost for your first one by 2. So the first one is 2 at that point.
And then the second one is 3,
Mhm.
which means 2 bricks now becomes 5. And your third one is 4, which your third brick becomes 9, then in that case. So that's green. Red, are you building on the wall? Blue,
No.
are you building on the wall? Nope. Okay, so back we go. And we go into production.
Goose,
You
brick, and log, please.
Goose, brick, and log. Alright. And 2 logs. 1, 2. And brick. Now that's... Is that durable? 6. Oh, hey, Mur. My favorite session report on BGG about roads and boats is titled, quote, "An outside observer might have thought we were just having an incredibly long staring contest with the table," end quote. It does help to really focus on the game, obviously, and with me talking to y'all and doing all this, it makes it a lot harder. So that's why I say be patient with my really poor play. Okay, so we are done producing, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're moving. Yay. Finally. There. One, 2, back, bring in the brick. He's done. One of those guys is done. The other guy is going to stay there. This guy, however, he is going to go 1 and be done. Done. What's up, Brian? So, lost at Imperial Settlers, did you?
Would you want to go one there?
You okay? Okay. All right. So now we are building.
Need a clay
Go for it.
pit.
Right there. So I am building a road.
Oh, that one's the clay pit.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me.
That makes sense. Oops. And the other thing I'm building is a stone factory.
No, I hear a puppy dog.
I mean, it does sound like it. Stone factory, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I think even with Amanda and my cooperation over there with the sawmill, I think we are pretty much out of the game at this point. So it's just a matter of who does better between Amanda and I, and then the winner of the game is going to come from Matt and Dave, just because we're too far behind at this point.
Well, we're just playing 2 games. We're playing a game over here.
Yeah.
It's essentially where that is. But if they get sloppy once we get water movement, if they slip up, then Amanda and I can come over and snake some stuff from them. One question, because I can't remember, can transports ride on transports?
Yes.
They can. So I could build a truck, bring it over here onto a raft or something, a rowboat, and then and go around and wreak havoc.
Caveat to that: the transport has to be empty.
Okay, they can't transport goods. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so getting it back would be really, really hard.
Or just do that at the end of the game if it's coins or something crazy. So, all right. So we are done building. Wonder Bricks. I elect not to. Green. Has 734 resources at home.
Approximately.
Thank you for emphasis, Asher.
They're still cheap. So yes, I'll get one.
Okay, 1 for green, which is just enough to give him majority in that row. Red.
1.
And blue.
1.
Go for it. All right. Yep. And now officially, because we covered that, all first bricks are 2, so everything is 1 more expensive.
Yep.
Jesse asks, how often do you guys steam?
Well, it depends on. I mean, anger is a factor, and there's always steam coming out of my ears.
It's good for the pores, though.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, right.
Because,
Probably not what he meant, though. I don't know exactly
Probably
if he's
stream.
talking.
I'm thinking stream.
Oh, gotcha.
This will be the 3rd time this week.
Yeah, that would be the 3rd time this week, and this is the first. Oh, yeah, there you go. Just getting started. That's exactly it. So, yeah, we'll see.
I mean, now that we have our little studio kind of set up here, it's a little cramped because it's hard to get out of the door without hitting the lights.
Right.
But once we get all that situated,
we're going to eventually move it upstairs to the recording studio once everything is moved. But for right now, yeah, this it's going to be probably twice a week, I would say.
Yeah. If not 3 times.
Yeah.
I wanted to point out that you can only have 5 donkeys. So coming over here to breed doesn't do any good.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're only allowed 5 land units, so
yeah, and you
that's
only
exactly
have 5 wooden pieces of donkey. So
as you do, but even if you were to upgrade some, you would have to remove donkeys in that case. All right, so we're going back to production, and finally, we get to produce. So these 2 become 4 boards.
I'm gonna get one here because I get one in there. Thank you.
Yep.
And they go on the.
They go onto your transport if you have a transport there, and that's why I brought both of my donkeys over there, because the max capacity of a donkey is 2. So
these
2
will
on
just hang
that.
out for right now.
Correct, and they're safe because you know my dudes are full. Now this guy could come over and swoop in and steal them. But again, with it being a learning game for you, I'm not going to do that. Or am I? All right. Need to produce other stuff now? I'm just so excited that finally got to be able to have boards.
No, we didn't, Jesse. It's right here.
Yep. Amanda got it. All right, cool. So that is production, yeah? No others? We're good?
That's
Okay. Move
it.
that off.
oh, we did forget one right there because after I did mine, there should have been one.
Where?
No.
No.
Red built, then blue built.
I built 2
Yeah.
last turn, and then 1 this turn. There should be 1 in between mine.
Yeah.
Oh, good call.
Right
Thanks,
there.
Okay, so
Jesse.
right there.
Disregard what I said.
I'm glad somebody is paying
I
attention
know.
to this.
It's actually
Seriously.
super handy to
It
have
is.
like all these eyeballs
I
watching.
know.
Yeah, be like,
Just
no,
so
you
know.
just, like
Oh,
Andrew
no.
last night on Tramway. He's like, oh, no, you should have gone this way. And I'm like, where were you beforehand? So, cool. Glad you guys are liking the new setup. We figure the reason, honestly, for the 2 cameras, this one here for me and this one here, this way you guys aren't just talking to a board and it's just disembodied voices. We thought this would be good, and we're not blocking too much of the screen. So give us feedback on that as well, please. So everyone's done producing. We are transporting. Yeah, buddy. Come home. 2. Now I just got to figure out what the hell I'm doing with it. Okay. Right. That doesn't matter. Those two have moved. He has not moved. He has not moved. He's going to go bing, bing, and bring those with him. And this guy is going to come over here, going 1, 2 to go there. He will bring the stone with him. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Y'all? Okay. Gives me a second to look. Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. Okay, I have a rough plan now. Banker Dave got his nickname from, wait for it, or being a retired banker. Not original, no, but we had multiple Daves, we had multiple Mikes, a lot of Mikes.
I was still, when I met you, I was still working at the bank.
Yeah, you
Right,
are.
yeah,
You
that's
are
true,
retired.
right, yeah.
And
So
you have
that's
short
where
hair.
all
And I had
these.
short hair.
I'm
Yeah.
glad there's not more than one Matt, so I don't get like some weird nickname. Don't think too hard on that.
Okay. So yeah, but yeah, that's why we have Sweater Mike. We had 50s Mike for a while. We had.
No, we're down to one mic.
Yeah, it's just Sweater, but Sweater Mike stuck.
It's still Sweater Mike.
And if you guys are wondering where Paul Chad comes from for Chad, go back and listen to the Panamax episode, and that's where that came from.
Yep.
All right, so we are done moving.
Yeah, I just want to point out how filled in we are and how hard it is now to find places to build. And stuff
Yes,
like that.
and actually that's exactly why I brought this guy over here as opposed to over here. I have a plan for this spot. I think I have a plan for that spot and that one. This one I don't. But yeah, I'm already trying to look ahead at where I'm going to be building. One thing, this wall that's built here does not preclude me building or someone building a production building on that space. So that's still legit as well. All right, so we are building now. Okay, I'm done.
Need the pen.
Oh, well, here, let me do mine real quick.
In the meantime, I can build. I'm going to build a raft factory. If somebody can find me a raft factory.
Which is the only ship that does not require research. Which, yeah, you guys can't see that, but we can bring it over there. So, the only ones that do are rowboats and steamships and trucks. Everything prior to that does not require. Yeah, there you go. Does not require
So we're on build.
research. We are building correct.
Gee, I wonder why home always has stuff like that.
Everyone done building?
Yes.
Wonder brick. I elect not to.
I will build.
I guess before we do that, I think at this point, do we want to? If you want to change turn order, I'll leave it up to y'all to point it out. I'm not going to call for it every time. So Wonder Bricks, I elect not to build green.
I will build one.
Which now costs 2 because of that space there.
You're gonna hate me for spending boards to do it, but
That's gross. Red, are you building?
No.
Blue, are you building?
No.
Okay. And we are back to production.
And I want to point out that because I'm building 3, my maximum output is 6. I'm building with 3, my maximum output is 6, so that's the maximum boards I can build.
Oh, look at me, I can build. Alright. I am done. When y'all are, holler. Okay.
And my clay factory goes into production for the first time.
Brutal. I got you.
Thank you.
All right, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're into transport now.
Jeez, haven't got that far.
1, 2. He's done moving. He's going to drop that off. Yes. He is going to drop those off, and he's going to go 1, 2. 2 of these geese are going to come with him. Empty pasture. Yep. Okay. So he's done moving. He's going to come up here 1, 2. And he is going to come down here with the wood as well. I'm done moving.
I am also done moving.
Done.
All right, take care, Jesse. Thanks a lot. Appreciate
Thanks,
you,
Murr.
and appreciate you having a sense of humor on that. By the way, at the weight break. Thank you, Murr. All right, there. Can't forget them now. All right. So we're done moving. So now we are going to building. I'm building. Wait for it. My own sawmill. Oh, and pieces are not limited. Wood is limited. Cardboard is not. So we are down to only one sawmill left here. However, you can proxy. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? You can proxy, right? So those will go there.
But they gave you enough bits. If you have to, you might be doing something wrong. You're producing way too much of something somewhere.
Well, there's one more over there as well. So yeah, I think we're okay.
I am building a wagon factory.
Okay.
All right.
Wagon factory.
I am building a road.
Notice you have to have a road into here.
Well, you don't have to, but they just can't move.
They can't move until you do.
Right.
When you build them.
Brian, to catch up, Amanda hasn't played in like 3 years, so it's essentially a new teach for her. Dave and I've played it twice, one of which was 3 years ago. The most recent was last Friday. Dave's first play was last Friday, and Matt's played it a handful of times with Dana as a 2-player. So,
Which I say before Monday, the
Friday.
last time I had the last time I played was almost a year ago because I got a notification on Facebook that said, "Hey,
a year ago, is it right? Yeah. So in other words, we're all pretty either rusty or new. So to take that with a grain of salt, all of our really poor play. But hey, really good teaching points for when you guys teach. All right, cool. We're done building. We're going into, and I have a weight brick ready. Going into Wonder Bricks. I cannot. Green.
I cannot.
And you cannot because you have the resources.
I have no transporter there.
There you go. Red.
Yes.
How many?
Just one.
Okay, 1 red brick completes that row. Blue, are you? Huh?
I said no.
Oh, sure. If I couldn't hear you.
That doesn't really mean much.
All right, so we are now going into production. So get rid of these 2 wood, get 4 planks, and now we are off and running. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Can I get a piece of paper, please?
You may.
No, not moving.
Thanks.
I'm productive.
Done.
There, but that's not enough to do
Done.
anything.
Done. And Done. Yep. When you guys are done, let me know. I am done.
Done.
I still got a brick. I am finished.
All right, we are done producing. Moving into transport. So he's going 1, 2. He's going 1. And that. And one of those with him. Those two have not moved. Oh wow, they're done out there? Wow. Okay, so here you go. So from the time I think they
They
started
started at 7.
Yeah, they started at 7. So they started half an hour before we started streaming. And then the rules teach however long that went.
40 minutes.
So you're looking 2 hours and 20 minutes for them to play a 3-hour or a 3-player game. Keep in mind, I think all of them had their first game last week, but because it's game of the month, they didn't have to relearn the rules, and that was the whole process of why we wanted to do the game of the month thing. And so 2 hours, 20 minutes for a 3-player Roads and Boats, pretty awesome. I think that's really fantastic. Whereas this is going to be a 4-hour game, partially because of this, but also because Amanda being new, and it being a 4-player game as well. So yeah, so it's not a it doesn't have to be a long game, is what I'm trying to say. My last transport. He will come 1, 2, and get up there. I'm done. Everyone else, I assume, is?
Mhm.
Amanda? Is in contemplation. I shall drink while she contemplates. I will say, I like your roads over there, just the way everything, not the aesthetic. Well, that is nice as well. But the fact that everything's boom, boom. Although, ideally, maybe you start connecting some of the outer,
Right,
the
exactly.
outer wheel
Mm-hmm.
to your spokes.
Yeah,
Whereas,
it's a mess.
yeah, it is, but it's working for you, so there's that.
Okay.
You're done?
Yes.
All right, now we are going into building. I'm building the first bridge, which the only difference between a bridge and a road is a bridge goes over water.
Sawmill.
So we will go
There you go.
there,
And I am building a wagon factory.
About
and
time.
it'll have a couple pillars.
I was a little late on the donkey production, so. And then also a road.
Oh, sorry, the road. Yep.
Because if I'm building a wagon factory, there has to be a road.
Again, there doesn't have to be. There should be, but there doesn't have to be.
There has to be eventually.
Correct. Right. Oh, and one other thing, no one's asked, but up above Matt, actually, there's a 4th light that we have that we actually disconnected, because if we didn't, there would be a big white spot right here to where you would not be able to see Matt's area at all. So if it's a little dim in that area, we actually disconnected the light that's up there in the ceiling. So take that with a grain of salt. All right.
But if nobody's mentioned it, then
That's a good sign, or a good sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Wonder Brick. I have a white brick in my hand. I cannot. Green
I cannot.
and red
I cannot.
and blue. Yawns. Chooses not to. White brick. And then we go back into production. So
Yes, I get my
one
first.
there, one
I get a
there,
raft over here,
one there,
And I get a paper.
and I get a
and I get a truck.
baby goose.
No, I'm not. Oh, not a truck, a wagon.
Considerable difference,
Yes.
right?
And I am going to research since I made paper.
All right, so notice he has a transport there for the first time somebody's researching, so it doesn't just go off to the ether. So he discards those 3 and choose your research, sir.
I think I'm going to go with the specialized mind.
Okay. And I don't know. Yeah, actually, they can
You
see
know
it
what?
on the screen where that is. Yep.
I messed up.
Oh, so.
No, I didn't. I was looking at the raft factory instead of the raft. I didn't.
Okay. All right. So we're good. Amanda, you're done producing.
Oh, this is production too.
I am done producing. I can't, since these stupid geese and donkeys won't do anything if they're in the same hex, then I'm
All right.
I've actually got a bunch of other stuff to produce.
All right. Sorry. Take your time. No rush. Matt's research is a specialized mine. So yeah, it's a little hard to make that out. Actually, here, let me see if we can do it. Here, let me. There we go. So there are 3 different mines. There is the specialized mine here. There is the big mine, which goes 5 and 5, 5 ore and 5 gold, and to be able to run a new, drop a new shaft down the mine. So he chose the specialized mine. Cool. All right. So we are now transporting. Stopping there and bringing. He's actually going to bring that with him. And 1, 2. He's done. One. He's done. And he is going to go there and hang out. And I'm done.
Production.
Correct. It allows him to choose either 4 ore or 4 gold. His choice for the specialized. Right? That's what you, yeah, specialized, right. Yeah. The big mine, normally a standard mine without any production does 3 and 3, 3 ore, 3 gold. The big mine does 5 and 5, and the specialized does 4 or. Okay. All right, we're good. Everyone done moving?
I've got one.
Okay, take your time.
So, what am I trying to do over here? I think I'm going to try to get another research because I've got some more geese I can move over.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm very proud of myself because I had 1 goose left over here and 2 on this transport last turn, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna be able to make more geese, so he flew back.
No,
He
you.
flew back home.
Yeah, you. 2. The key is 2.
Yes.
Be it geese, be it planks, be it donkey. Well, obviously you're not going to you can't spend your donkeys, but the point is, don't go below 2.
Yeah.
So lesson learned on that.
I think I built 1 too many woodcutters.
Yeah, and I knew I did too. Right, as soon as I did it, and I'm looking around, I'm like, that was a mistake. And literally, I feel like I shot myself in the foot the first turn, and then I really hurt myself the second turn when I used that 4th plank. So
Yeah.
Hey, that's how you learn is make these mistakes,
I think I
right?
can work with it, but I would really rather have had that space for something else. It is
Yep.
really,
And it's not so much the lack or that you're like, oh, I don't need the wood, because you can always turn that wood into Wonder Bricks.
Right.
Done, by the way.
But the catch here is you need that space,
Yeah.
the location, and
Space
that
is also a commodity as well.
it absolutely is. What is it? It's location, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're done moving. We go into building. I'm building a road.
Building a bridge.
Go ahead. Whoa. Slow down over there.
Okay.
Just saying. See, I got a nice fancy bridge. It's got.
And I don't think that.
It doesn't connect to the other side yet. When you build a bridge, it goes over the water, and
In the end.
You have to build a road on the other side.
Which is what I'm about to do.
Right.
I've got another road.
Sorry.
Why not? I've got enough coming off there.
Oh, look at me. I got plenty to waste. Oh.
You sound better.
Yo, big time. It's totally my own fault, but yeah, absolutely bitter.
Oh, and this is built.
Anyone else? Nope. Okay.
I think there's anything else you can build.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I am building one road.
Okay.
It's going from...
So it's interesting looking back on our first play on Monday, first stream of Lisboa, and how we were a lot more talkative, I guess, and chatty amongst the four of us than we are, because this is the type of game that you really got to process. Okay, I need to be able to do this, but to be able to do that, I need to be able to do this and this, but to be able to even do that second this, I need to produce here and then move my donkey over to here. It's all about logistics, so it's really hard to be cutting up and shooting the shit when you got to focus on that. So I don't know if it makes the best, streaming.
Well, I think the camera does a good job too of showing things too, so we don't have to say as much because they can really see it.
Yeah. So that I'm hoping that some of y'all watching are like, oh wait, yeah, that would have been smart. He should have done that, or I see what Amanda's trying to do now. That type thing. So, all right. So we're done.
I wish they'd tell me.
Right. And now it's Wonder Brick. I am not.
I will. And
1 or 2, sir.
be 4 for 2.
It'd be 5 for 2.
5 for 2.
Because the first one's 2 now.
I'll do 1.
Okay.
Very, very expensive.
Red?
I'll do
Okay.
Yeah, look how Dave is throwing away actual bricks to make bricks.
Right.
And I wish I could. I wish I had more
I
bricks.
am not.
Okay.
clay mine.
Clay, yeah, the clay is good.
Not to be. Yes.
I've got wood all over the place, but I need more bricks.
Yep. Will you let Asher in?
Yeah. He is staring at me longingly.
All right. So now we are going into production. So even though I have 4 logs, I can only do 3 in an action to get 6 planks.
Well, this one's kind of wild, just because it's not
That's it on the
symmetrical.
wrong
It's the
spot.
only non-symmetrical map I've seen, actually.
Asher, come on. Come. This way.
You're gonna have to go out there and show him.
Look, I can't move around.
Right.
In there. In there.
Asher, come here, bud.
It's okay, bud. You have to go in there. You have to go in that way. Asher.
I don't know what.
Come on.
There you go.
Here he is.
Had to
All
push him, but
right.
he made it.
So I think you guys got to see him slide by. There you go. Yeah, there's Asher. All right. So Amanda needs to produce. So let's see. She's getting a brick, a wood,
I should be getting 6 planks as well
6 planks.
on my sawmill.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, dude, I've totally forgot you can build here. Good call.
Yeah.
I have 3, so I need
3 more. Okay. Sorry. All right. So we are done producing. Everyone's moving now. 1, 2. 2 of those. He's going 1, 2 with that. And he is going there with that.
He's going here. Taking this back.
He's going 1, 2. How do you come up with this game? This blows me away. It baffles me. I have no idea how.
Smoke a lot of dope.
Seriously, I have no idea how do you look at this and be like, yeah, two geese and paper make research. Obviously, I mean, I guess you could argue that it's the quills, for the feathers to write, but it's just I have no idea how you come up with this shit. It blows me away.
You'll have to ask your own in May.
So we got some exciting news. It really is genius design, but I have no idea how. Like they say, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, that I have zero interest in ever designing a game, and I think Amanda's similar. We appreciate these great designs, but no interest in designing them. But I truly appreciate what it takes to be able to what all goes into it. Just it blows me away. Everyone done moving?
No. Got one more.
All right. If you guys will excuse me real quick, let me say bye to our guests. Matt, if you'll move the marker.
It's a building?
Yep.
We are building.
I'm building a mine. Yay! So,
No, that's okay, yeah.
I think that's what I'm building.
Every 20 minutes we were talking about that. Sure. No, I was talking about on there that you guys started at 7. We started at 7:10. And then we had to teach it. But this was
All right.
Yeah, totally. So the board were playing it through. So Amanda and I made
So I need.
the same mistake that
Oh.
4 of our 5, 4 of the first.
A new mine shaft. Oh wait, command gets back.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to my mine shaft. I'm about ready to start
I see where it's at.
Yeah, I'm about ready to start the wagon production though, to up my movement on that. So get a couple of wagons and a couple of rafts, and then really start doing the mining. But looks like I need to get there sooner rather than later because it's already happening.
Man, can you hand me a mine and 3 and 3?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Drop them. Yeah.
Yep, and I was like,
Kind of mix them up there.
Or you mix it.
Or I'll mix them up.
Thank you. Although I don't want what we did while we were showing it.
I didn't see that one.
I don't either. It was too quick.
Alright, so then we'll just get 3.
Just put it next to it. It's just too hard. I guess we can. And then diesel, I'll go off.
You know, next to it, so we don't knock it over or something.
So this
Factory here.
Oh, yeah, I can build something, and I will. I will build a road. Now that I see, I did produce a stone there. Cool.
Hey, move that donkey out of the way. Yeah, that's it. So
Now we're waiting on Edward to come back.
Yeah.
He's busy talking about his head shaving event. I'm thinking about doing it myself. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Think I should shave all this hair off? Look like I'm like
How does he
12.
Let's see, the
Bald
first
12.
brick costs 2. The second brick is plus 2. Wouldn't that be 4?
Yeah, that one.
On the wonder?
That's what I thought.
That's what I think. I think he's wrong there.
So if you don't,
Yeah, the first
Is
brick
it
costs
because
1. The
does
second
it-
is 2 plus. The third is 3 plus. So I think the first one is 2, but the second one is still just 2
So
plus.
just 2+.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
So
Right.
Can you get through?
Yeah, we're good.
yeah, I think
Hey, I've lost all this weight.
I know. I
Yes,
could
I
get
know,
through
right?
yeah. So I think on the Wonder Brick, at least by what this says, I think it would be 4 instead of 5.
Is it?
Because it says first brick costs 1. This one means the first brick costs 2. Second one is 2 plus. So 2 plus 2, 4.
Okay.
But
Okay. It does seem that way from the playwright. You're right. So we're building.
Now
Everyone, I assume, has built.
I
Okay.
built a raft factory. Or
Okay.
yeah. I think that's it.
I
I've
built
got
a
the
road.
first mine.
You do.
Aren't you building a mine there?
Not quite.
Not yet.
Close though.
Next turn.
It's on its way.
It is. All right. So I'm not building actually anything this turn. Wait 1 second. No, I'm 1 away. Nope, I'm not. Okay, so we're going into Wonder Brick. I cannot. Green,
I cannot.
red,
2.
2 bricks for 4.
Yep.
Then we said.
Yep.
And blue.
Two.
All right. And you guys can see that it kind of is accelerating a little bit. Imagine if it got a component upgrade. I mean, I've seen people do like wooden discs for the resources instead of the chits. I could see that. But outside of that, I kind of like it the way it is, honestly. But I do like the idea of, say, wooden discs out here for resources as opposed to the cardboard chits.
Easier
But
to
yeah.
pick up, for sure.
Okay. Kent says 4 for the second brick as well from the 5th row above. All right, cool. We're in consensus then, or at least everyone that's chimed in. All right, production. There,
Well,
there,
Don't forget a goose.
and so refresh my memory here, guys. For inputs for secondary producers, they do not have to have a transport there for that to happen.
right.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this will automatically become 2 planks by
As long as
on
it's
its own,
separate.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's one of the things is if you've got a secondary producer and you're leaving the stuff there and you leave it without a transport, right? Let's say that was a stock that
Right.
popped out.
Sure. Understood.
All right, I'm doing that. I'm doing 2 carts. So these donkeys are going away because donkeys are a part of the input for a wagon.
Which makes sense, right?
Yep. So that rule of having 5 kind of takes care of
Can I
itself
get a
with those.
goose, please?
Goose. Sorry. Yes. Anything else, Amanda?
Nope, I got it.
Okay.
I'm also researching again. So I've got a paper and 2 geese.
And you do have a transport there. Okay.
And
Because if you don't,
which one do I want? I think I'm going to go with the starting an empty mine. Just in case. So I can have 1 mine and keep redoing it.
Okay. All right. So now we are going into transport.
Hmm.
One,
Who's
two. So one of these guys has moved. Oops. Actually, yeah, that's good. And then this guy, I'm gonna bring the plank 1, 2. Place the B over here.
Uh-huh.
Two.
All right. Forgot one major thing. So it's something that that Matt absolutely explained was you need oil to be able to make a mint. So you have to have some way of getting out into the sea, i.e., water transport out somewhere to be able to build an oil rig out here to produce the oil.
There's the other way too. You can do a coal burner.
You can do a coal burner. Good call. Yes, you can.
Which is I have a coal.
Aha. Okay, so you don't need that, but you do need either that, the coal burner, or that. Okay. Everyone done moving?
No, Amanda's still thinking.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Okay.
Actually, I bring this dude back there. All right, we're done moving. Now we go into building, and now I'm building a mine.
I'm building a paper mill.
3 and 1.
I'm building a road.
I'm building a bridge.
And a road there.
Amanda, will you hand me 3 and 3, please?
I need a coal burners on my sheet.
Okay.
Isn't this what those are?
Yes.
And then I need a paper mill. I think they're over there.
No.
No, there, right here.
Oh,
Okay.
oops.
Mixing up my ore and gold to put out here on my mine. And you know what? I'm going to build a road as well with that. Thank you. All right. I am done building. Anyone else?
Done.
I'm all done.
Okay. Wonder bricks. I cannot. Green.
Can and I shall for 4 build 2.
Okay. And red.
I'll build one.
And blue.
No.
White brick.
It's very colorful.
All right. Yeah, but there's a distinct lack of yellow. I'm noticing there needs to be more. Not good. All right. We go into production. Here's there, and there. And oh yeah, the mine produces. Wah wah wah. And that's good for steamers and trucks, and that's it. Bombs in the expansion, but steamers and truck factories. Not factories, but the actual steamer ships and the trucks, right? All right, everyone done producing?
Almost. Get my first paper.
Everyone good? No one wants to change turn order or anything? We're okay?
I'm scared of you, so yes.
That was my hint to be able to do that, because if you don't voice that, I am stealing that gold
I know
right
you
there
are.
with that. So, okay, so first off, Blue, do you want to change turn order? If you don't have a distinct reason why you should, then you want to stay
No, I'll stay.
up there. So Red, you do want to,
Yes.
so Red goes the back of the bus. Then Red is going to want to go before Yellow. Everyone else slides. So technically these come off the board actually. Red goes first. Green, do you want to move up in turn order?
Yes.
Okay, so Green goes, there you go. And Green is going second. Third is fine with me. 4. Alright, so now we are transporting starting with Red.
Oh, movement. Okay.
Alright, so since that's pretty much it, we can
Yeah,
go
we're
ahead
all-
and all do it now. My donkey's just going to come over here.
You can still transport.
That and that. One of these guys will come back here. And
That's quite the stack of planks you have there, sir.
it's doing me no good. I'm playing so terribly bad right now.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, so am I.
Thanks. And
Well, they're done too.
so the 2-player game just ended as well. So they started a little bit later. So, but before we did, and they did have to teach. So a 2-hour game or a 2-player game, you're looking at 2 hours 45 minutes or so with teaching. So that
So
was
an hour a player is what it seems to be, except for the tripod over there.
right.
that
The
went so
3-player
fast.
map, right? This guy's actually gonna come.
I think I heard them say somebody pushed the bricks pretty hard too,
Okay.
which is a legit strategy too. It's like if you can push the bricks before anybody else can start making too much gold or
Yep.
coins. That's a way to go.
Yeah.
Dave, you done transporting?
I think so.
Okay. Going into building. I am building a paper mill here.
Building a bridge.
I'm building a road. And another cart.
It's a bridge.
All right.
The cart is production. That's my bad.
Say again.
Cart is production, not building.
Dave, I
All
mean.
day. Oh.
I'm going to do research
All right.
on the trucks. And then, wow, it's going to be hard to breed geese. because there's no open spaces except in the middle there is.
So I hope your research was good, whatever you chose right there, because you're going to be hard pressed to get any more geese, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone done
Oh, no,
building?
I'm building the
Okay.
wall.
All right. I don't know why. It's a friendly donkey. He comes from a petting zoo.
I'm sure he is.
All right, everyone done building then? Going into the wonder wall? So Oasis asks, are you going to build any bricks, Dave?
On the Wonderwall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there. Probably.
Watch your elbow on that.
Let's see. And I get to go first. So. What? I will build 2.
Oh, okay. Murr says the rules for building bricks is 2 for the first, 3 for the second. So it's 1 more per brick, meaning you actually owe 1 good. We'll let it slide, but yeah. So
I paid 1 more. Well, no, I guess I did it right.
No.
Yeah, so 5. Right?
Bye.
okay. All right. Take care. We'll see you guys either Saturday or next week. All right. Let me know.
It says the second is +2
Yeah, +2 from 2.
with 4.
Or you could make the argument that the first brick.
Is 2.
So okay, it was 1 and 3. Now is it 2 and 4 or 2 and 5?
2 and 4.
So yeah, so this is Murr is saying it's 2, 5, 9, 14. From the rule book online, it says as soon as the first 4 rows of the wonder have been fully built, the first brick costs 2 goods, the second 3 goods, so on and so forth.
And here's my 3rd one.
Okay, so
Actually,
Well,
You overpaid the first time.
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
paid right the first time.
Oh, right.
yeah, and the second one he shorted it, but that's all right. It's an asterisk anyway if you win. So, all right. So we're done. Anyone else building the wall? I cannot.
Freaking miracle.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we need a white.
Good call. Yep. Okay. So it's 2-5. All right. So hey, that's the whole point of doing these, right? So there we go. So once we build that brick, it then becomes 2, 5, 9, 14 for each time you want to build. All right. Cool. Got it cleared up. No worries. Okay. So we are producing now.
Oh, yay. So, I think that's right. Oh, no. Coverter, you have to put stuff in to get it. Duh.
Yeah, all the secondaries have to have an input.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah, easy way to notice if it doesn't have a circle on it, then it's got to have an input.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. I'm done producing.
You too?
I got 2 more.
And did your mind produce, Dave?
No.
I was like, that's relevant to my interests.
Oh, looky there. Yummy gold for my
I'm
donkey.
going to have to go over there and
He still
pick
moves
it up.
before you do.
Right now.
Right now. Currently.
Currently, as
Oh.
it sits.
Oh, I forgot to build the damn road.
As it sits right now, he does in fact move first. Is everyone done producing?
Let's see. Got that.
You can still move over there with your boat and get it.
Mm.
If you move before he does.
You're right.
Which isn't going to happen.
But I forgot to build a road. Got it? Because it's hiding underneath there. Oh, well. I'll get it next time.
All right, so turn order change. Blue, would you like the turn order to change?
No.
Okay, yellow does. So yellow will move back, and these come down. Yellow elects to go first. Green, do you want turn order to change?
Why not?
Okay, so green's going to go second,
I like second. Second's
red, and blue. So now we go into transport. Excuse me while my donkey acquires that tasty gold. And you know what? I'm going to take them both. The gold and the ore. Donkey raid for gold. Yes. I may get smoked, but I stole some tasty gold. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that. All right. So transport, he is bugging out. All right. So here we go. This is. He is going there. He is moved. And this game is a really good example also. Yeah, shots fired, exactly. This is a good example of we review the games. It doesn't mean we play them well.
Especially.
All right, so he's coming. 1, 2. And one, two, and he will bring that with him. I'm done. Matt?
I am done.
Done.
Dave?
Not quite.
Brian says Amanda plays tramwails quite well. Don't let her tell us otherwise.
Watch the video from last night, Brian, and see if you still feel the same way.
I will say it's a lot harder to play well and do this.
Oh, Sean.
I don't think I will win a game doing this after Lisboa. One point. I know.
Can you build as many roads as you want?
From that location, yes. From where the bricks are, yes, you may.
Mm-hmm. Sure about
Are you done moving, Dave?
that. Yes, I am.
Okay, we're building.
Road.
Mine.
Wall.
Mine?
Is this your empty one?
Pen, please.
This is the big one. It's going to be 4 gold. Which, that road you built over there. That looks interesting. Heading over to the big mine full of gold.
Huh. Oh, that's a specialized mine of gold, is it?
It is. It's El Dorado over here.
Okay.
It's California Gold Rush.
How 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just to be clear, those are on my donkey. All right.
Yes, I kind of figured you weren't gonna
Yeah, leave it
lay
behind.
it.
Right. Yeah.
leave them around.
Pretty much. All right. Everyone done? Building. I'm sorry. Okay. Just kidding.
Yes.
Okay. Wonder brick, starting with yellow. Yellow cannot, i.e., he elects not to. Anyone else?
I cannot.
And I'm the same way. Kent. Red.
Yeah, one.
1 brick for red, and grab a white as well.
No.
Well, I know, but grab.
One for me.
Okay. 1 for blue.
One for blue.
Despite the effect on your winning, at least you have an excuse. Plus, we love that you're doing. Yeah. Well, what they're doing this, meaning losing a lot. Yeah. Hey,
Thanks.
no worries.
We all
Okay.
appreciate it.
Don't worry. On days we don't stream,
It's the same.
game on.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
Unless it's dominant species, then I'll give you that one. It's really not.
Yeah. All right.
He does win that one a lot.
Which, yeah, I'm really excited to play that at WBC. For the first time in my life, I'm gonna play something like legitimate competitive. Gonna be fun. Don't get me wrong. You know the way I am, but I want to see how I do
Yeah.
at the game I arguably am the best at, or that's my best game, I should say. So I'm curious to
You
see
won
it.
the one that we played over at my house, right?
Probably.
I can look.
All right. Don't no. All right. So we're going into production.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing agriculture with other people.
Other people's?
Other people's.
Don't forget to produce in your mind, Dave.
Can I get an
Certainly.
I need one more plank, please?
Okay.
Oh, here. Oh,
Oh,
I have a bunch.
you have a stack.
Dude, I have a plan for all of this, though. Yeah, I'm so far out of it at this point. Yeah, doing the streaming, not I know. I'm just being funny. Yeah, I definitely have a plan for this. I just don't know if I can do enough of it to do what I want. I need better carrying capacity is the problem. Because I have all this stuff. So my goal here at this point, because I have all these resources here, is just race the finish. I know I'm not going to win, but basically what I'm going to try and do is end the game, because there's no way I'm going to be able to catch up to these two. And so try and get it before they can start producing stocks, to where I'll lose, but maybe not as bad. I don't know. That and put me out of my misery, since I have no chance of winning at this point. All right.
So we're producing, right?
Yep. Did your mind produce?
Yes.
Okay.
You got picked up immediately.
Okay, that's probably
Wow.
smart. Because the raiding party's only one away, and he can always drop the ore.
That's true.
Because your
Even
carts can't go off road.
Yeah, when things produce and you've got something there,
It automatically goes on to it. Right. Yeah, yeah. All right. So we are going into transportation.
I guess where those carts are going.
They follow. We need 2. So he will go 1, 2, taking the gold with him.
So is the road a hex, or like is this one long road, or
You still have to
That's-
stop
I
there.
have to stop?
Does he? No, does she? Now that they're okay, so here's a question. I don't think so, because the bridge, it requires
Oh,
an
it's
extra
just-
build. That's one
well, it's
hex.
just-
So
1, 2.
correct. Yeah. Exactly.
So if I was here and went 1, 2,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's totally
Okay.
legit. Yep.
making sure.
And then he's bringing that with him, and that with him. I'm done. Let me know when y'all are done. So you guys enjoying it? I know Brian is. There's 15 of y'all, so chime in. Let's have a conversation. I mean, because let's face it, I'm not gonna win. As long as I'm not slowing them down, and I have my plan
Go ahead
in
and
place.
give us some tips if you'd like. I would like to see what you guys come up with.
Oh, I think rent just went up. That's
Yeah.
so weird how that happened.
That's all right. I'll remember. Elephants have long memories, don't we, Davis? Don't we?
Yep, and crooked eyeballs that are fantastic.
Yep. All right. We done moving? Dave's not slow. He's deliberate.
Because
And there's a reason he's kicking my ass.
he's deliberate.
Right. So where is everybody? Like physically, like location-wise, part of the world?
I think that's it.
I imagine most are here in the U.S. that are watching this live, because it's 10 after 10 right here. If they're in Europe, God bless them. Thank you for sticking it out. All right, so we're done. We're moving into building. That was fun. Okay, cool. We ready to go into bricks?
Building the road.
Oh, that's mean, Brian. That's just mean.
What?
Brian says live from the Blue Adobe Grill.
Oh!
So we ate there when we were down there for the Arizona Game Fair with Brian Fromm and
That's just hateful.
that was an
Two
amazing
paper
meal.
and a goose instead of two
Um,
goose and a paper.
Oh, all right. Magnar just joined from Norway. So good morning. 6 a.m. on a Saturday. You're a trooper, Magnar. Thanks. So let's see.
Where are we
Obviously,
at? We just
Jason's down
finished
in
here
Louisiana. Todd's in Illinois.
Yeah, we're building.
Myrrh in
Anybody else
Florida.
building anything?
I've been done.
Then we can go on the bricks.
All right, Wonder Brick it. Whoop, wait for it. Yeah, buddy. A brick.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Bam.
Yellow on there. Green, are you building?
I gotta get in on that line. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so real quick. At this point right here now, you can see, and it's a little hard to see, I think, from the top-down view, but what this says is if there are any deserts on the board, there are not in this setup. They immediately become pastures. So, just FYI on that.
And usually we take the pen and write P on them.
Yeah, because you're not going to lift the whole board. That would be a
I just like to
disaster.
P
How
on the
many are you
board.
doing?
Boom,
Which
boom,
one?
boom.
I am going to do.
Yeah, it's all actually we didn't start the stream Magnar until 7:30 due to technical difficulties.
2.
So if you guys are curious, while this is going on, while Amanda is building her Wonder Bricks, so this view there, we actually it's our video camera that cannot be used as a webcam, so we actually had to get a Blackmagic
Box thing.
Yeah. Converter.
converter.
Changes HDMI into something you can plug into a laptop.
Right. However, the laptop has Thunderbird 3, and the Blackmagic only has Thunderbird 2. Thunderbolt. Sorry.
I bet I would much prefer it be a Thunderbird, and he'd have like a Thunderbolt with a beak and wings.
You've given this thought.
No,
haven't you?
really
like
awesome
just
car.
Right. Right. Seriously. Right. A T-Bird. Right. Yeah. So we run the video camera into the Thunderbolt. The Blackmagic Thunderbolt 2, which then runs into a converter to Thunderbolt 3, which then runs into the laptop. And it's not a seamless thing, so we had to figure that out. So here we are. So that's what's going on.
But we got it?
But we got it, and you guys seem to be enjoying it. So rock on. Awesome. All right, so we are done with the Wonderwall Oasis in the background. And we go into production. We are seriously running out of wood because of that and that. Producing, right? A brick and the mine. So.
I get a goose.
Hold on. Goose. All right.
And I can research now.
Research is during production, right?
That's what we're doing.
No, yes,
right
it is. Yep.
I
All right,
checked.
then yeah. You have a transporter there. Yep. You may research.
Did I research the
Specialized mine.
mine?
Okay. I'm really surprised that you haven't come over here to try and. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Erase. This is but he stationed his dudes there.
They hold 3, and it's only got 4 on it.
Oh, so they can just camp there, and you'll never have a
as
chance.
long as they're there, and then I've got a boat right here. They can hold
whatever.
Nice.
Whatever.
Okay. That it, Dave?
I think so.
Okay, we're going into transport. All right, so 1, 2. And he's going to come 1, 2. And take 2 of the gold with him. Can drop those off there. And woo! We'll go 1, sorry, 1, 2. Yeah, that's right there. And he's taking the gold with him, along with that wood. All right.
So he went 1, 2, 3. This guy docked, goes out.
Yeah, he's not gonna do anything, which is terrible. But all right. You done, Dave?
Mm-mm.
No. Hot tea. It's good when you're sick, and it's good when you're not sick.
One bad thing about having the specialized mine of all gold,
Yeah.
but also having a thing that can redo the mine shafts, is you need ore to redo the mine shafts.
Oh. Yes, you do.
Oops.
To
I can redo. Well, yeah. So
Yeah, I can build another mine.
I have to build another mine.
right.
I just
Interesting.
decide that one's not special.
I finished reading.
All right, we are now building. Okay, that was fun. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm going to build a net.
It's not happening quick enough.
Oh.
You all right?
Once we built it, also going to build a road.
A bridge, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I need a mint here.
Mint, Amanda?
Are they over here?
I believe so.
It's only 3 coins on it.
Oh, sorry.
And what do you need? Oh, you need coins.
What's on top for tomorrow's gaming? I know Feast for Odin, and I think the Colonists we were talking about. We may be streaming them. We may not. To be determined in the morning. I don't want to, if I'm not feeling up for it, I don't want to say we're going to and then not. So yeah, we'll see. Our game day starts at 11. So 11 a.m. Mountain. So that's at 6 p.m. UTC. So if we do, it would be about that time, give or take a little bit. So
Can't believe I did that.
all right,
All 6 of them.
Wonder bricking, and there needs to be 2. I will do 1 wood and a goose. So 1 yellow brick, please.
And 1 green.
And red, are you wonder bricking?
Yeah. 1.
Blue, are you?
Yes. 2.
All right. So Amanda has the same thought, I think. Get points here if you can, and try and speed up the end of the game.
Yep.
So we got to get to that one, the 4 stick dudes. All right, we go into production. 1.
Need a brick, actually.
There you go. Shit. Everyone done producing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going into transport. Just going 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. I'm done whenever y'all are. It's not terribly exciting what I'm trying to do here, but man, horrible game.
Done.
Horrible me playing, not the game itself. I love the game. Matt, you're done moving?
I'm done moving.
And so at least you guys are getting to see both sides of it as well. You're getting to see really poor play by me and Amanda, mediocre play by Matt,
And stellar.
and solid play by Dave. So you kind of running a gamut here, all right? So if we weren't doing this for the live stream, we would have already called the game because it's a foregone conclusion how this plays out.
I don't know.
No?
I think I got a shot.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe not. All right.
I'm about to make some serious coins.
Okay.
Done.
All right. Build.
Where's your mint at?
Right here, mint.
I don't think I've got anything.
Is that it for building?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Going into Wonder Bricks. None.
None.
Green.
Yeah, one.
Okay, 1 for green. Well, you want Amanda? Will you
I
grab
can get
him
it
one?
for you. I can read it.
I'm also this thing.
Okay. All right. So that was green. Red. You said no. Blue. Are you?
Yes, and I've already paid for them. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay. So 1 brick and the game. So we are on the penultimate row now. All right. So we go into production. Hey, I get paper, which immediately becomes research. 16 turns after you guys got it. I don't even know what the point is at this point.
About to run out of logs.
Told you. Well, it's because of those two. Now that Dave's gone, I can mention this. I was worried about him coming over this way to steal the coin. I think there's, that's the last coin that's in there, but it's going to be undefended for a little bit. So research-wise, we're going to go ahead. I just don't think it's really a big deal. So we're going to research. We'll do specialized mine just in case, because I can always come over here. So, all right. So production. Let's try and let's do up Dave's production. So we got 1 clay. One wood.
I got it.
Okay.
So that was wood.
Nope.
And yeah, brick
1
there.
brick. Paper doesn't. Nothing's having babies. That's it. That's all Dave's producing. All right. So we move into transport.
How about my geese?
Where?
Right there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good call.
There are geese there. They're not your geese.
Fair point.
True.
All right. So he.
So we're at movement.
Yep. He goes there. So he's moved. Let's bring 2 of these guys. That. He's moved. There.
I got them all there.
And he's coming over. There as well. All right, I'm done moving. Is our group pretty cool with calling dreams early? We are, especially when it comes to 18xx. But outside of that, there aren't any that are substantially long enough for us to do that with. This might have been one, but Matt feels like, obviously we're going to play it out for the stream. But and Matt, and if anybody feels like they're in contention, then absolutely we'd keep going. Yeah, I don't like your pick either, Todd, of Amanda.
No.
No, doesn't look good. Dave?
Yeah.
Transport?
I'm still doing. Sorry. Had a lot this time. Where are we? Okay, so we're not going to go out. Maybe.
And once we complete the final temple brick, that's it. That's the end of the game, right? Okay. We finished that, so if there can be more bricks built than that, but that triggers the end of the game. Done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So go into building. I'm building a road.
Mine. Whoa.
Need to be able to get that.
So I want to get a truck factory. Do I do that now?
Huh?
It's building. Yeah.
It's
Yes,
building, yep.
Yeah, it doesn't say on there.
Yeah. Anything that's a building is when it's building.
Okay, so I need I need a truck factory. And the wagon goes away.
Right, we forgot to say about the upgrades on those as well. So he just did an upgrade from a wagon to a truck factory, which means he can now produce trucks there, and yeah. So you can do that. You can actually upgrade your factories from wagons to trucks.
And what's the cost for that?
Well, that's the cost for a truck.
No, to be able to do the upgrade.
The upgrade's the same as building the
Right.
truck factory.
So instead, it lets you build on the spot. Right. Okay. So the wagon factory goes away, truck factory. So that's the only way you can get rid of buildings.
It's one of the ways of upgrading a.
Yep. All right. So that's it for building.
And the only things that do that are the factories: the wagon, the truck, raft to rowboat, rowboat to steam factory.
So transportation, right? Yeah. All right. So 5. So 2 yellow bricks, please.
Green.
1.
Red.
No.
Blue.
Yeah.
2.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9.
Wow, 3 for blue. Look at you go. Well done. First time somebody's built 3 bricks in one.
Turning good. Game ain't gonna last much longer. Make sure you got your gold and your coins on your.
Yeah, make sure you are. Because 5 bricks and the game's over. Wow, that was impressive. I didn't think anyone was gonna get 3. All right, products.
Oh, make some coins.
Gonna research the all gold mine. I need a stone.
Okay, Amanda.
Can you give me one of the very faintly printed coins? That's hard to see.
Which
Here you go.
I guess.
It's the one with the splash.
Got it. Thank you.
Produce. Done.
Oh, that's wrong.
Produce, done.
And my first coin.
That's still there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gotta have that backward. It was two gold and a that's good.
Oh.
I had it. Either way.
So,
How many bricks are you gonna be able to build, Amanda?
probably only 1.
Can I have a different
That's
No, that's all there
of them.
are. That's a production issue. With
Ah.
I think this is the
The other game I played was good.
4th edition.
Yeah, you played
This has
mine,
it, yeah.
and I had the good ones.
The 5th edition or 3rd edition, one or the other, and the 4th edition has the really faint coins on those.
I'm
Yeah, this is
I'm
Brian's.
totally behind.
So there's going to be it's going to be this and probably one more round, and that's it.
I think this is it.
I don't.
So why aren't you trying to get all those stacks and stacks of?
I just built that road.
Oh.
I am trying. I promise.
Okay.
See, watch. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
So those 4. So transport, guys.
Or, yeah, I need a truck first.
And get one of those. A truck.
I've got my truck.
Okay.
Put that on there.
Okay.
Okay. Trucks do stuff.
I'm only gonna be able to do 1.
Carry 6, move 4.
Yeah, then 2 turns. This one and the next one. Next turn ends the game. Because I'm going to be able to build 4 bricks. 2 this turn, 2 next. So.
Well, there's other people who can build bricks.
Yeah, but you're not going to because you want to drag it out. Matt, I don't think's going to.
Oh,
Amanda's
I'm ready
only.
to go home.
Huh?
I'm ready to go home.
Oh. Well, if everybody builds 1 brick between the 3 of you or each, then it'll end this turn. But that's all right. I have all my gold accounted for on my transports.
I have my 1 gold.
And then we can go into final scoring and call it a night. So let me ask, for those of y'all watching, for those that were around still for the teaching, let us know what you think about the teaching the game and whether or not, I mean, it's like, take for instance the way Paul Grogan does on gaming rules. I mean, he teaches everything, and we're teaching playable level. You know what I mean? To where, like, obviously there's going to be things that come up during the game that we're not going to hit on at the very beginning. Oh yeah, and when that comes up, that type stuff. And so that's part of the reason we're doing the playthroughs. But also, it's just, I don't know that there's a whole lot of people out there doing playthroughs, much less full playthroughs of big games like this and heavier games. So it seems appropriate that it'd be us doing it. But please, feedback, both in the comments here, subscribe, don't forget, and all that. But
Thumbs.
yeah, thumbs are helpful. But also spread the word. If you guys are enjoying, if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, then spread the word, please. We're trying to grow this thing, and we can do it with your help if you're enjoying. So Brian asked, what was my plan with all the wood again? Well, in a perfect world, to move here, there to build bricks. But the problem is, I never got past donkeys, and if you don't get past donkeys, there's just not enough storage capacity. I mean, they're only taking 2, whereas if I was able to get into trucks can carry, what, 6, I think it is?
Yes.
right? So I could boom 12 in like that with 2 trucks. So yeah, it just didn't work out. But I was sunk once we had to
Mhm.
go do that, and we knew it. So it just I realized, oh
Playing
wait,
catch up after that.
yeah, I realized, oh, I should be hammering this. As you can see, Amanda caught on to that quicker than I did. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I have all these stacks of logs and bricks.
Oh, I
I
should turn them
make
into bricks. Right, yeah. All right, so we're going into
Change
building.
order.
Oh, beforehand. All right, we're going to build. So, Blue, do you want to change the
No,
order?
I want to change the order after build.
Okay. So we're going into building. I'm done.
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 Okay. Wow, that was efficient. All right, now, Blue, do you want to change the order? It's for Wonder Bricks.
I know. Yes.
Okay. So there. So
Yeah.
drop these off.
Red also.
Blue is going to go first. Red's going to go second. Green, would you like to?
No.
Okay. So it stays yellow, then green. Blue, go ahead. Any Wonder Bricks?
2, 3, 4.
And a goose is 5. 2 Wonder Bricks for Blue.
How many's left?
There are 3. It requires 9 resources
Yes,
to
sir.
do 3.
He actually wants to build some bricks to keep me from getting that other set of coins.
Ah, there you go. He's hate building.
He's hate
He
building.
hate building Wonder Bricks.
Yep.
I'll do mine.
All right, so 3 for red.
And it
So-
immediately ends.
Well, no, we finished this.
Oh, I thought it immediately ended.
I believe, right? Double check
I
that,
think
right?
it immediately ends.
Double check.
Do you guys get to do your builds though on the next line?
The
That's
game ends as soon as the wonder has been completed. The size of the wonder depends on the number of players.
Okay,
That's-
boom. Game ends.
But bricks can be built until a brick covers the symbol indicating. Bricks. It says the same thing.
Okay, so it's over. So I never even got a chance to build. So that's why.
That's why I wanted
change
to,
order.
That's why I wanted to make
Okay.
sure I got in there.
All right, cool. So that triggers the end of the game. So we're going to go into final scoring. So wherever your transports are, they should be holding your resources that are worth victory points. There
there are none.
and there. Okay, so actually we
Just
could
put it on the board.
Yeah, just
we
do it
can
on
do
board.
this here.
Yeah.
So we'll do Dave, Matt, Amanda, and Eve. We don't need much
I
room.
put some weight under there so it shows up.
Sure.
Do this and this.
Yeah, perfect.
Do that.
You messed it up.
There we go. Let's see. See if y'all can see that. Yeah, because you can't see that without. Okay. Oh, Murr. Way to be a team player, Murr. He's already figured it out. I love you guys. Okay, so here we go. So we'll run through the Wonder Bricks first. Okay, we're since Murr has already talked about the scoring, we're just going to do a few rows just to explain it, just to reiterate. So, real quick, let me come back to
Can't beat that auto scoring feature of live streaming.
right. So right here is the brick matrix. So this first row, there's 1 yellow and 1 green.
5 each.
5 each. Then there's 1 blue, 1 green, 5 each. So let's talk about the 4th row where there's 3 green and 1 red.
So
Green is going to score 7 and red is going to score 2. If that makes sense. All right, and we're just going off the matrix that's here on the board. But because Murr being the team player that he is, Dave scored 37 total for his bricks. Matt scored, wait for it, 37. Amanda, 34. And thanks for playing, Edward. Okay, awesome. So now, after we've done that, we then score what's on your transports. So since mine's really, really easy, I have 10, 20, 30, 40 points there for a total of 58 for Edward. Amanda has only 10 on her. She only has 1 gold, so 44. Just to let you know, these are horrendously bad scores for me and Amanda. And that just goes to show why it's so important. What we did in the first turn and the second turn caused a lot of these scores the way they were. The fact that we had to waste all those actions to come over here and collude to be able to build that, we were out of the game from the second turn on. So that's really, really important to note. So Matt, what do you have on your transports?
40,
40 for the coins,
and then another, so 60.
and 20 for the gold. So 60 total. That's 97.
I've got 40 because somebody stole my gold.
At least I wasn't Kingmaker, so you have 40 total. So he has coins right here, which they're really hard to see, but he has coin on that for 40. So Matt made a liar out of me. So Matt wins with 97. Dave, 77. Had I not stolen that gold, it would have been 87, so you still take second place. I'm in third with 58, and Amanda, thank you for playing.
With what?
44 total. So yeah, Amanda's logging it on BG Stats. We track all our games on that. All right, so post game. Obviously, I kind of hit on it a little for me and Amanda that that should exemplify how important it is. You cannot survive in this game and be competitive and not have
you need
the sawmill.
You are given exactly enough to build a sawmill, a woodcutter, and
a quarry.
And a quarry.
Yes, and those need to be your first three builds.
They have to be.
So I don't think that's some big secret strategy there. That okay, lesson learned, and okay. But I think it's cool that we actually made that mistake and we're able to show, hey, look, we're idiots. Don't do this.
Please
do as I say, not as I do.
The best learning thing is failing spectacularly for a wide audience.
Yeah, no doubt. Right?
My goal in this game was to build a truck.
Okay.
This was my second game.
Right.
I wanted to see what difference it made to go for the wagons and the truck earlier. It does make a difference, but you can't watch out. You've got to get your minds going.
They sped up the game exponentially because of what they were doing.
Because of this. Because Amanda and I knew we were out. You're right. We were just like, okay, we're just going to pound the wall as much. Well, I tried to, even though I wasn't able to. But yeah, Amanda did an amazingly good job of speeding up the game because, we've proven in previous games that is a viable strategy to focus on production and hammering out the Wonder Bricks and racing the end of the game before people can get their coin and stock production. So, I mean, the stocks, we never even got to.
Nope.
Because Amanda did such a good job of rushing the end of the game.
And I think...
I only stole 10. The other was an ore.
I think I'm going to... The next game we play, I think I'm going to try that.
Okay.
And just see what happens.
And the cool thing is the expansion adds one more thing you can do to get points.
What is
a viable strategy? It is the art roadshow.
Yeah.
You actually you build a production of art. I think it's on the other side of this. Yeah. So you can actually build this art, and your goal is to actually get it to somebody else's city and stick it in somebody else's city. And you have an exposition there.
Okay. Like an art show.
Yeah, and I think it's like you win if you do that.
Oh, all right. So
you can build a plane to fly it there.
Yes, you can. It has planes. I know there's a bomb factory in the expansion and all that stuff.
Yeah, so the bomb factory will let you raise buildings.
Okay.
Wow.
And
your own or someone else's.
And then airplanes, which to build an airplane you need a goose and 2 boards.
Obviously, you slap boards for, you got to have
literally a spruce goose.
Yes, it really is.
And power plants.
That's a big
power plants will increase your production in a space.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, Matt's the only one that's played with the expansion.
Yeah, and actually, to be honest, I really wouldn't play without it, because it adds a little bit more that I like.
Okay.
Just that extra path to victory, because right now it's really 2.
Right. It's either get into coinage / stock certificates or
And
the Wonder Bricks.
It's viable. I watched Dana dismantle me with it. So.
Okay. Yep. So yeah.
As per usual. So
All right. So any questions here? Let me go back and take a look here. Let's see. The FYI, the teaching on tramways, I'm a little sketchy on it because I was mixed between trying to teach us here playing and y'all watching, and I don't do well trying to split that. I need to focus on this and have you guys watch doing it, and especially now that we have that camera, it's going to make teaching this a whole lot easier and teaching in general easier. So that I'm actually going to go back and re-record the teaching session because I'll be honest, I was kind of embarrassed by that. So yeah, so look for that sooner rather than later.
What did you guys think about the lighting? Were you able to see everything clearly? Were you able to hear us clearly?
Yeah, and did I do a better job of not yelling? So yeah, this is the kind of feedback that we can use. We're doing this obviously for the show and to promote the channel and everything else and to grow it, but we're not doing this just for that. We're doing this for y'all because there's really not a whole lot of other stuff out there for this, for the heavier games that Heavy Cardboard focuses on. So we want to make this as good as we can for y'all, so we need your feedback to improve it and continue to improve it.
Forgot about the beans and ham upstairs.
It'll be all right. So anyway, somewhere around here somewhere is going to be a place where you can subscribe. Check out our Patreon if you want to support the show. It's patreon.com/Heavy Cardboard.
If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up.
Yeah, thumb up on this, thumb up on BGG, Twitter, Reddit. Spread the word. We'd appreciate it. I mean, we're only, 3 shows in, so obviously we have the podcast that's 65 episodes in over the course of coming up on 3 years. And, yeah, we appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all being a part of this and those that stuck it out. Or that woke up early,
yes, thank you.
or stayed up late.
That's the other thing is I'm really amazed by the people that have stuck it out through the whole thing. There's usually been about 10 people that sit and watch.
Yeah, so cool. That's awesome, and it makes it more fun for us too because I mean I love these guys. Don't get me wrong, but we see them. I mean, hell, us three live together, and then right,
see each other all the time.
So, and we play games all the time. So having y'all be a part of this
and it's fun for them to be like, "Oh, here's the scores for that."
That was awesome.
That auto scoring feature is worth it alone.
And, oh, by the way, you missed moving that around.
Or Brian says, or just got home after finishing our game there an hour ago. Yeah. Thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
So anyway, have fun. We may stream tomorrow, either The Colonists or Feast for Odin. Maybe both, maybe neither. And then Monday, what we do know we're going to do, because it's President's Day here in the States, and Amanda and I both have it off, we are going to do a 2-player High Treason, the trial of Louis Riel, in honor of Louis Riel Day in the Great White North, So, yeah, that's it. Anything else, guys?
Gal? We're good.
Maybe see y'all tomorrow.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, y'all.